Hey everybody, welcome back. Can you hear? Can I hear me? Can you hear me? Can I
Yeah.
hear me? We're going? We're live?
Yes.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Nat 2.
Where it's just the two of us.
Naturally.
Naturally. And
Naturally.
matrimony.
I had a lot of saliva in my mouth when I said naturally, so that's what happened. I gotta get my ears out.
It's an ears out kind of summer.
Ears out. Summer, baby. How are you doing? Heck yeah, man, me too. And our lovely listeners, how are you doing? Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, oh man, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, whatever. Man, that sucks. Or, heck yeah, dude. Whenever it applies to you. It's funny, whenever we have to cough, we make like a face to indicate to the other we have to cough, and it's just us, like the moment before you start coughing, like mouth open and eyes watering and mom spaghetti, you're just like, and then hopefully the other one stops talking.
Yeah.
If they don't, you're
Sometimes
just
you
trapped.
don't.
Sometimes I don't. Sometimes you don't either, okay?
You don't give me the face a lot of the time, though. Sometimes you just do
I just
it.
blast it, yeah, because, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Applies to many bodily functions. Wink, question mark, confused wink, asterisk, confused wink, asterisk. You guys remember back in the day when you weren't alive yet, but some other folks remember back in the day when like fan fiction in the middle of the fanfic. I'm outing myself as a nerd, she says on her own Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
By the way, write fan fiction about our characters.
Yeah,
I would love to.
regular old stuff.
Yeah, not
any,
some freaking hashtag not safe for work hashtag. Like no, thank you.
No, none of those tag. Like when you're reading a fanfic, you're like, heck yeah, all of this sounds right up my alley, and then you get to like hashtag mpreg, and you're like, well, actually, it's gonna be even better now. No, and you're just like, well, I'm fully not reading that. Yeah, if you could not, but like if you could write some like, and literally, and the thing about it is like maybe by now this episode 40. I mean, 43.
Technically, okay, wait. So this is episode 44, but it's technically 42 because we fucked up with our counting.
Yeah, we suck a whole lot.
Well, we didn't mess up. It's just that I decided to not cut an episode into 3 parts.
Yeah.
So
she went rogue and effed us.
Well,
she hecked us all the way up. Fan fiction. Oh yeah, but like but by now maybe by the time this episode is getting released, this has happened already, but as of our present moment, we've only released up to 12 episodes, so you can place us temporally there. We haven't gotten any, like, media or anything. I wouldn't expect to receive any, but, especially so early, but we haven't received any, like, fan art or fanfics or anything about our characters. So, basically, when that happens, the podcast is going to end, because I will perish. If someone's like, oh, I drew Tavumile, like, bro, my obituary will be running, and it'll just be a picture of that drawing.
Honestly.
Yeah, I would pass away if someone was like, oh, I drew your character. When we get comments
on God.
Our friggin', and they're just like, oh, this is nice. Even when they're like, wow, this is trash. I don't think we've gotten it. We've just gotten dislikes on some things.
Yeah, we've gotten dislikes. We got one person that was like, I'm confused. And I'm like, that's okay.
You don't gotta.
Yeah.
It's okay. But yeah, like, anytime anyone comments, like, oh, this is funny, I gain 12 HP on top of my, what are they called? I should know this. What? HP, like, on when you have HP that's on top of your HP.
Oh, it's just extra.
Extra? That's lame. It should be called something cool. Anyway.
Or, you can call it, like, buffer HP.
I gained 12 buffer HP. Anyway, but back in the day when in the middle of a fanfic, the author would like talk to the characters and be like, ooh, I can't wait for this part, and then, stuff like that. You do remember.
I used to read friggin' like Wattpad fan fiction. Remember when, Wattpad's not really a thing anymore.
I've never heard it said aloud.
Really?
Wattpad? Is that how you say that?
Wattpad.
I don't know. I literally have never heard it aloud. It's like the first time I heard... the first time I heard Kyogre, if you're a Pokemon fan. It's Kyogre, and so I was like, oh, Kyogre. I don't know, like, what the heck is this? And then they were like, Kyogre, and I was like, okay, I freaking guess so. I'm 12. Yeah, you read Wattpad fanfic. I was fanfiction.net, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I remember the first time I had heard tell of fanfic, and I was like, okay, maybe. Because when I was 12, which I feel like is when you start Googling, or earlier, like fanfic, I was really into Yu-Gi-Oh! Let me tell you the stuff that has happened to my boy Ryo Bakura on... I was reading it and be like, oh, this seems like a cool story, and then all of a sudden I'm getting like the birds and the bees talk from, and I'm just like, oh snap, okay, well, I guess, yeah, that was a rough place to start for Yu-Gi-Oh! Fanfic. They never have them guys doing anything normal. They're never like going on an adventure.
It's so funny because like you look at the art style and you're like, this is the guy that you're gonna write sex about.
Whoa. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna do it or read it, but I totally get it. Bro, have you seen friggin' Seto Kaiba?
Oh, you're really outing yourself.
He's like 7 feet tall, dude, and he's like such a good brother. Anyway, and then like, okay,
you want to keep defending.
Anyway, fully whatever you decide to cut it, I'm sure it's before now. Seto Kaiba. Yugi. He always like dragged out the end of his words a lot.
Like fingers.
This is not just a game. Yugi. My brother. Mokuba. Like his mad long end of the words. His fingers drag out the end of his words?
I feel like mainly just with Yezi's name.
Yezi. It's a middle.
It's a middle.
I feel like freaking that, and then Yugi, Dan Green. Anyway, Dan Green was Knuckles in something. Knock knock, knock knock. It's Knuckles.
Anyways,
you wanna start?
Yeah. In the last episode of Nat 2, every time I say that, I always like, in the last episode of Dragon Ball Z. No. The
title of the episode is called the all of the important plot details that happen in the episode. Like, it would be like the episode where you're like, oh, is Goku gonna kill Frieza or something?
Where Goku kills Frieza.
Yeah, it's literally called Frieza Gets Killed by Goku, or like the episode where Goku goes Super Saiyan for the first time. They're just like, oh my gosh, Goku goes Super Saiyan. And you're like, cool. Don't need to watch this episode. It is very convenient though if you're trying to like watch a specific scene.
Well, maybe that's why they did it.
That's probably not why they did it.
But in the last episode, a lot happened. Freaking Yezi and Vatil had a regular time where they pretended to be boyfriend and girlfriend who were homeless and very ill. And
we've all been there, you know?
To get through the...
Not just like boyfriend and girlfriend though, like...
But like intense
like
lovers.
Weird, yeah, like, yeah. Anyway.
To get through a checkpoint without being, freaking made aware of what, have them be made aware of who they actually are, what their actual intentions are. So they did that, and they got through, and they decided to part ways because they realized that the urgency of Yezi getting there is high.
Mucho.
Yeah. Because there are a lot of checkpoints, apparently, because they're expanding their search due to another farm getting burned down in Tenira Peak. So Vatil basically told Yezi, like, I'm gonna go to Waypoint Town. That's my destination. I think that's where he was heading in the first place. So he's like, I'm going back to what I was doing. Yeah, Iffy knows how to contact me since she has, sending spells and stuff like that. So if she wants to find me after her, responsibilities or whatever commitments are done with, she knows how to do that. He was like, well, I think that he was like, this is not so fun and games anymore. This is pretty serious. And so they parted ways, and Yezi started booking it to where they were going to meet Fingers, Lucian, and Ethiod. And speaking of Fingers, Lucian, and Ethiod, they were with the family, the Green family, and they came across one of these checkpoints. So Lucian, Ethiod, and Fingers peeled off. Lucian didn't want them to, and then basically that wasn't going to happen. Lucian was going to use like a command potion on Ethiod to make him not do that, which Ethiod is deeply hurt. And they were in the forest while they went through the checkpoint, and then Finch realized that they weren't with them, and Finch's dad was going to tell the guards that there's 3 adults with them, and so Finch decided to resort to screaming that he was going to throw up to get his dad to stop talking.
Not only to get his dad to stop talking, to get me to stop narrating. Like, you're just like, if the story can't progress, if Monica can't talk, I'm just gonna keep screaming and force her hand.
And it worked. And so they were basically told that they needed to go a different way. Because the dad said that he was taking them to the castle town, not to the Crystalline Inn. And they're like, well, the way that you're going is towards the lake. You need to go the other way. And he was like, fuck. All right.
Cool.
Because, I mean, technically you could have taken that road to get to the castle town, but the road got destroyed.
They couldn't have taken the carriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the road would be walkable, but not carriageable. Yeah. So.
And so then the boys were like, what the heck? And Fingers was going to go check out and see what was going on, and then rolled a nat 1 stealth, and so then he fell out of a tree. So there's that.
Hit the freaking deck. Yeah. When I rolled that, I was just like, dang, this was some, like, narratively meaningful nat 1s and 20s.
And also, Lucian basically told Ethiod, you have to do what I say if you're going to be with me. And Ethiod was like, okay. But what if you're making like
what are we being stupid? Yeah. And he's like, we have to be, I don't know.
He's like, if I'm being stupid, we're all going to be stupid.
Yeah.
And it's like, great, thanks, Lucian. Anyways, so that ended that with them. And then we had a Veray and the 3 in the castle town kind of like split moment where Veray and Yusufi were wandering around the town. Veray was on the search for an identify spell, or potion, because he wanted to identify the potions that he has. Technically, he needed 3 because he knows that he has a Flesh to Stone potion, and then he has 3 that one says Drink of Cot, another one has XXX written on it, and then the third one has Tav written on it, and then it feels like he's being drawn in, like when he looks at it, but he doesn't know exactly what they are. So in order for Identify to work, he would need 3 separate ones because you can only do it for 1 per whatever. He wanted to know what these were because he wasn't told at all. He was dragging Yusufi around, encountered a lady that the other 3 encountered, which was an alchemist who pointed them out and was like, you've forgotten something. Come here and I'll let you know what you forgot. And they're like, cool, no.
You're actually good.
Tavumile and Thalen were kind of down with the idea. And if he's like, this is all snake oil.
Yeah, this is stupid.
Also, she's probably, I mean, even if she could do it, she'd probably go kill you. Like, she's got water clary hanging up in the damn, like, breeze all for all to see. We already know that this ain't a good thing.
Yeah, for all to see.
So they decided to keep going to the castle, and Viray was told by that lady of a spring eldrin. He was like, spring eldrin, huh? I was told about one that was dangerous. It was here searching for an audience with the king. Perhaps I should go find this spring eldrin because I want to know what's going on. And so he took Yusufi and he was like, hey, if you see a large redhead or a spring eldrin, let me know. And they were basically standing in the same area because Tavumile was turned away from the castle. She wasn't on the list. There wasn't any indication that she was sent a summons, and the guard did not determine that her reason for needing to see the king was important enough to take him away from party planning. So he directed them towards the police station, which Viray happened to be near. They went there dejectedly, and Viray asked to speak with them, and they were not going to until Viray kind of started saying some more stuff like, you needed to see the king, right? And are you like mixed up in water clary and all that? And they're like, what the freaking heck? When a member of the king's guard came and got Tavumile and said that she was wanted at the castle. So they went, and Iffy decided to have Thalen speak to Viray on their behalf because it was very likely that Thalen was not going to be allowed in the castle, considering his prior problems with getting into the castle town. So that Viray and Thalen were on their way to have a conversation at the hotel that Viray is staying at, and then Iffy and Tavumile are on their way to the castle town. The only other little bit of information is that recently there was a high elf that he either did it to himself or somebody did it to him, but it's believed that he did it to himself to frame the Talenthi clan of using Valsut, which was a poison that was used during the war, to make it look like he was like assassinated, sort of. But so due to that, they have a higher security risk, or they're locking down on security. So
heck yeah.
Whose character sheet do I need up first?
Yezi.
Oh, Yezi.
Yezi. My girl. Cool. So, after ditching Vatil to run to the Crystalline Inn, unpassed without a trace, and non-detected. Presumably, Yezi is attempting to be stealthy.
Yeah.
I'd imagine. Okay, go ahead and roll stealth as the Meister.
24.
Dang, brother man. Oh, that's right. I need.
Who's you need?
Yeah, you notice that I immediately stopped talking. Was it you need someone? What do you need?
Do I know another name? I made a little Ethiad noise there.
Well, you are him.
Only on Mondays.
Only on Wednesday.
Only on Wednesday, Mondays, and Tuesday nights.
He's a funny guy, that Ethiad.
You know.
You're stealthing through the forest running. You encounter aforementioned checkpoints on your way there. It's mostly just guards milling about. There's not so many people traveling on the mountain roads. There are usually more sort of closer to the castle town. Also, you're going through a path that is basically cut off from carriage access.
Yeah.
So really you're not going to meet a whole lot of people who aren't on foot because they'd be going on a different path. So there's not so many checkpoints that you're like, holy, overwhelmed by it, but also this isn't really the place where they would be.
Yeah.
So you encounter that. How
many have I encountered? Like checkpoints?
Let me roll real quick. You have some of them you are just assuming they're checkpoints because you just hear talking in the woods.
I don't, see them.
Yeah, it appears to be elvish. You see, like, you get visuals on one, but it is meaningfully before the part of the path that is dilapidated,
right.
because I guess, you would imagine the idea is no one's really going to be traveling on that path.
Yeah.
However, there might be some at the inn who've come from the other direction, so,
okay.
you never know whatever, but that's all you've seen so far. You're making your way through the woods. Yezi is running.
Yes.
So, you're, like, functionally dashing. You are going as fast as you can, and you also are not encumbered by the difficult terrain due to your thing that Earthwalk. So you are making, good distance, good time. And it is mountain and tree and knoll and forest. I'm going to roll a luck check to see if you see anything.
Okay.
On your way there. That would be helpful to you in your quest. Give me a second to think of something that you see. I rolled a nat 20. This always happens to me. I'm like, I literally just now was like, that would be fun.
Do you use one dice?
Mm-hmm.
You might want to switch them up. That one tends to give you a lot of nat 20s.
I guess so, yeah.
Because what I do is I have my 6 and I just rotate through them, so it's like...
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll line them up. In the meanwhile, give me a second to think of something that you would see that would be bad for me. I think that, I don't know if you've heard Brandon Lee Mulligan talk about his theory of nat 20s, and he's like, if I roll one in favor of me, it should ruin their plans a little bit, and if they roll one in favor of them, it should ruin my plans.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. Okay. I thought of my thing.
All right.
So you're walking on this path less traveled by. Who would be taking it other than nature or, some odd individual, with their own nefarious, potentially, dealings? No one, right? One would assume. But there's something about Yezi and the Lakmai in general is that they have an innate sense of clocking their own kind. Fuck. So, how does Yezi know her sister...
What the fuck?
...has been through this part of the forest? I love when you're like, I don't know, man, because restart button, because screw you, that's how.
I think as she's running, her foot lands perfectly in a footprint that was left by her sister, and I think that as her foot touches the ground, it's like spoken to her who was there.
Oh, yeah, like through the ground. I like that. So your foot lands perfectly in this footprint. You get both the fact that it is your sister. It's like whispered from the ground into your bones. You just hear, like, from that step. And you get that piece of information. You also get the piece of information that it's in the opposite direction that you're running.
So she was heading in the opposite direction?
You would extrapolate that potentially from, it's not you're both going towards the same direction. Okay. It's she is going opposite you. That doesn't mean anything necessarily.
Right.
And it is just that one footprint.
Right.
It's like the part of the ground that she had stepped in was softer than she had hoped for.
Yeah.
Because just like you are trying to hide your tracks, so is she. So, with that piece of information, what do you do?
She keeps running.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she's like, oh, okay, sick.
Anyway, let me run a little faster.
Yeah.
Okay, so you continue just like hauling towards the direction of the Crystalline Inn. Go ahead and roll a survival check, and that will be your map reading skills. What does she have a plus for survival?
-1.
Man.
16.
16? That ain't half bad.
Yeah.
Thank God. So you look at the map. It is, Vatil was reading it like he's God, and he's like, oh yeah, I remember when I put the lake there. He fully, it was like, a language that he spoke better than any other language. And you look at it, and it is it looks like a stick figure. It's like a crayon drawing. You hold it up, and you are matching the poorly drawn, like, there's some trees here, and then there's the river, and then it leads to the lake, and so you're following it, but it's like a really skinny, like, it's more like a brook, really, like, you get the sense that that's going on. You match it up with the scenery in front of you, and you're doing a pretty good job maintaining that for the length of the run. You are locked into succeeding, so this is not, surprising. And then all of a sudden, before you see the trees get more and more sparse until they break completely into this clearing. And you see in front of you, presumably, the lake.
Okay.
And it is beautiful. As completely meaningless as that is to literally everyone. It is a beautiful lake surrounded by nature. The path that leads to it now having been disrupted, you imagine the traffic has been significantly less. So it's probably a little bit more kind of overgrown and less manicured. You can see like benches facing it that have been covered over with moss and halfway like eaten away. And through the lake and through this like sitting viewing area, through all the benches, it's sort of like an enclave in the side of the mountain. Like, it looks almost like it was carved there by people. Like, it doesn't look naturally occurring, even though it very well could be. It's very picturesque, so you understand why it would be, a good place for an inn.
Yeah.
You see across the lake, so you're at the bottom of the lake, and exactly opposite you is this inn. It has Crystalline written on it in Elvish.
I wouldn't know that.
It has it has some words written on it in Elvish that you could put together are Crystalline.
Yeah.
This is what you see.
Okay. Yezi is going to start making her way towards that inn.
You're walking around the side of the lake. Are you still being stealthy, like trying to hide, trying to...
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check. Actually, what is Yezi thinking about as she goes around this lake?
I think that she is... What time is... Like, she's trying to figure out what time it is currently. Like, how long that she's been running for... Like, looking at the sky and seeing, the position it is in the sky. Looking at the sun and looking at the position.
Looking at the position of the sky. Yeah. You originally were anticipating a 4-hour walk, including Vatil. But because of you walked with him an hour and a half. You were delayed a half an hour due to combat, so that's 2 hours, and then a little bit after that, you continued walking for another half an hour, say 2.5 hours, to the checkpoint with the Talenthi. That took minutes, and then you ditched Vatil. So basically, you are functionally on schedule.
Oh, okay.
Because it had delayed you. You're actually there about a little under a half an hour early, because it would have delayed you in total an hour and a half, and you made that up by running.
Okay.
So you're there before you expected to be there, but not by much.
I think that Yezi is thinking about what, like, the message back that Lucian gave Iffy, and basically just hoping that they're there and wondering if Fingers is going to be there. Because he might have listened to them and started heading towards the castle town.
So you're speed walking towards the inn, and as you're walking there stealthily, you see a rather large tree stump off to the side of these chairs that has had it's clearly been there for a long time. Like, it doesn't look fresh or anything like that, and it's covered in mushrooms and moss as well. You walk around it. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
18.
Even though your thoughts are scrambled, you're thinking of everything that's going on right now, who you're anticipating to meet, what you're anticipating to tell them. Mm-hmm. Maybe seeing fingers. Maybe he's in there waiting for you. These thoughts are going through your head when you hear in the water.
She's gonna look in the water. She, like, her head snaps over to it.
And when you look, you hear and see a little splash.
I think that she, like, furrows her eyebrows. She's gonna make a investigation check.
Okay.
18.
So you stare at the water. And as you stare deeply into it, you see your reflection. Mm-hmm. And you see around you the reflection of what appears to be, when you peer into some water in the woods, you can see the trees, kind of the reflection of them, like, up behind you. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as you peer into it, you realize that the trees, they're so much more. They're so much taller. They're so much denser than reality. You can barely even see, like, the tiniest, like, shapes of sky and sunlight peeking through this complete tree cover. Mm-hmm. In the reflection of the lake.
Okay. I think she backs up because I think that she's wary of that, but I think that she backs up and she, like, kind of blinks her eyes, like, rubs them a little bit. She's like, what the heck? Mm-hmm. This is not, I must be tired or something.
Mm-hmm. Do you further investigate, or do you just continue walking?
I think that she backs up, but she continues kind of looking. Like, I think that she looks behind her to look at the tree line, mm-hmm. and then she, like, glances again at the water.
When you look back at the water, it's completely normal. The reflection is of the sky. There's much fewer trees.
Okay. I think that she's just like, I must be tired. I've been running for hours, so.
Well, something that Yezi would potentially know is that there are water Genasi.
Yeah, I mean, I think that she was thinking about that, and that's why she went over to the water when she heard that. Mm-hmm. But I think that when she sees that the, like, landscape in the reflection has changed, she's like, this
is weird.
Yeah, like, she's like, from what I know about water Genasis and the ones that I've met, they just live in the water, but that's nothing.
They don't do weird crap, necessarily.
They're just like us, except they can't be on land. Mm-hmm. And so I think that she's just like, it might be like a water Genasi playing tricks on her, but I think that she's like, if that's the case, I have no interest in.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So you continue walking along the edge of the lake. You walk towards the inn. As you approach it, you can see that it is sort of delicately beautiful, but also relatively dilapidated at this point. Like, you can, like, there are details and that it used to exist or exist now, but instead of being, some sort of quaint detail, it's just a place for moss to collect.
Yeah.
It's got beautiful windows on the front of the inn, presumably, so you can look out and see the lake. And it's lit from the inside, so there are clearly people there, but you don't see any. You see two horses outside, like, you sense their presence, mm-hmm. You hear the ground stomping and, whatever horse sounds around the side of the inn. You don't see them, but it's not like, it's not like there's carriage upon carriage and stuff like that. So, she is going to do what then?
I think that she is going to walk in. She's going to open up the door and just, like, kind of before she goes all the way in, just kind of survey the inside, like, see if there's anyone sitting in the main, like greeting room, if there's somebody up front.
Mm-hmm. You don't, when you open the door, you look inside, same situation inside. At the far end of the room, you see the front desk, and this is sort of the like restaurant-y style section. There are chairs near the windows, tables to eat at, a front desk, and there's a person there. A bell dings when you open the door, and the person at the front desk like starts, like they like it's super surprised. But there are two people there that are in the corner, and it looks like they're having coffee or something like that.
Okay. Do they just look like normal folks, or are they like guards?
Roll an insight check.
12.
They look a little nature-y. like you know, like when you can tell that someone walks around barefoot,
right?
Not because they ran out of shoes, but for spiritual reasons.
Right.
You know, like they're like
kind of hippies.
Yeah, they're like hippies. They're like, we don't need the man, you know.
Yeah.
They're very nature-ified, like they're Eldrin, so you're more likely to get that from Eldrins in the first place. Like High Elves aren't going to be like that on principle. But these two seem even kind of taking a step further. Like they have flowers in their hair that are incongruous with their being Summer Eldrin. And it's a man and a woman, and they're laughing and they're smoking something, and you can imagine that something is chill because they're in the middle of nowhere, you know.
Yeah.
And you hear every once in a while, yeah, coming from their direction.
Okay, I think that she's like, all right.
It's chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that she goes up to the front desk and she's just like, have 3 adults gotten a room here yet?
The girl that you're speaking to, she is a Spring Eldrin. She has very light yellow skin and is kind of looking at you like with clear excitement. Like unshrouded. I mean, you look a mess, and you also look like you are terribly ill.
Right.
But you can tell, you can see flash across her face. This could be I don't know what this is, but
we can make money, maybe.
Money, you know, we get money. And she kind of looks at you and is like, no, is that, you'll be needing a room for 3?
4. I think just 4.
Well, we've got 2, so you could do 2 and 2. Is that all right?
Yes, that is fine.
All right. And how long will you be staying here? She's like looked at a list of like questions she's like supposed to ask, and she like leans forward and her eyes are big.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Let's say for now, just for tonight.
Okay. Her like wind out of her sails a little bit. And she's like, do you have a preference? Would you like one that faces the lake? Those are the best ones. They're a bit more expensive, but...
What are the other options?
All the other rooms are against the cliff face, so there's not really much of a view, but...
So it's like facing like a drop, is what you're saying?
No, because you see we're built into the side of the cliff, so you see what I mean? So it's like facing the side of a mountain.
I'll take those ones.
All right. Like fishes. I was rolling to see if she would think it was suspicious that you're like the dark and secluded room. Yeah. She's like, well, I guess she just wants a deal, you know. And she gets 2 keys off the wall. Mm-hmm. And she's like, she hands them to you. And is like, that'll be. Looks at her little piece of paper. 4 gold.
All right. She takes out 4, gives it to her.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, if you'll just follow me.
Okay.
And she's going to lead you off to these rooms. You see... Are you going to follow her? I'd imagine? So as you follow her, you see these two people having a conversation in the corner, have, like, clocked your presence, but don't care. And kind of, like, look over at you and then go back to their illicit substance. You can see that the girl kind of gives them, like, a... Paying customers? Like, look like, I guess I love this. And continues walking you through. You see, as you walk past, that there is a very well-stocked bar in the far corner.
Just a bit of silence.
Just there, it's there. Just letting you know that it's there. Just setting the setting. And you continue to walk through. There's like beautifully manicured like flowers and little plants that are just sort of decorating everything. And she's like, so what business do you have at the Crystalline Inn? You just sightseeing?
Yes, meeting some friends.
Oh, like a trip, like a family friend trip.
Friend, we just like to hike and stuff. So.
Oh well, I don't know. I guess now it's not the best time. I don't know if you heard. It's been really well. I guess I shouldn't say. Anyway.
Why should you not say?
Well, don't worry about that.
Well, if it's not a good time, I mean, we're still going to be staying here.
Well, I guess I'll say I don't want you to anyway. The recent events that have shut down some of the roads, and I mean business wasn't amazing before since the pass was destroyed, but
with the farms being burned.
Yes, nasty business, such a shame. But I'm sure I can't imagine him coming here. First of all, we're not a farm, and second of all, anyway, we're at your rooms. So she opens one of the doors.
Do you have family around here?
My mum is she runs the restaurant portion. So
I haven't seen many spring elegants. So.
Oh yeah, there are not so many around here. It's mostly summer till you get to the castle town, and then it's all fall.
Oh.
I mean, there's lots of summer and spring. I've only been there a few times, but
the castle town.
But it's mostly fall because a lot of them are. I've heard at least they're descendant from the royal family. So.
Oh, what, like inbreeding or something?
she puts her hand over her mouth, and she's like, "Well, I mean, technically they, I mean, they could be, but
could be inbred.
But really, I mean, what's really going on is that they just happen to be fall, and then they, it's not very nice of me, but they claim a royal heritage and stuff,
right.
Or at least anyway. So here's your room,
Well,
and let me know if you need anything.
Thank you.
We have a beautiful hot spring that is, yes, it's really lovely. It's in the back, right, if you go down this hallway, and it's private, so you can shut the door and you reserve it for a period of time, and then it's comfortable for two. So just so you know that.
Thank you.
And she's gonna smile and kind of curtsy awkwardly and walk back to the front desk.
Comfortable for two. I think that she's just thinking that. She's like, all right, what kind of hiking party do you think this is?
You never know,
I think that she is going to go into both rooms and just kind of generally secure them.
Okay.
Make sure there's nobody in them. Make sure that windows, if there are any, are locked. That there's no other entrances. That there's just that one door. kind of all that. So, would that be investigation?
I'm gonna have you roll 2 checks.
Okay.
I will have you roll investigation to be able to find the potential entry points or weak points, and we'll say survival to do something about them.
Okay. And do you want me to do for each room?
No, one will cover both. Also, you can roll with advantage on both because you have lots of time. Like you're not going to feel like you need to rush.
Right.
So,
16 on investigation and 8 on survival.
Okay. So you find, all the windows are locked, the doors are lockable. One of them had kind of like a jiggly kind of like latch to it, and you're shoring that up right now. Any place that people could like potentially hide something in or hide in, you have cased fully the joint and are busying yourself preparing the space for everyone to come.
Cool.
Anything else that Yezi would like to do before the future happens?
I think that when she's done with all this, I think that she is going to go outside and like sit at one of the benches that's out there. Kind of one that's a little bit more out of the way, not just like right in front of the inn, so that she can watch out for them possibly coming and approaching, because then she can intercept them and be like, you don't have to talk to the front desk because
I got the thing. Cool. All right, so you go to sit out there. Are you trying to be like
I think she's trying to be covert.
Yeah, obviously you're not like doing cartwheels, whatever. But you're trying to be notable, like, or at least you would be able to see someone coming.
Yes.
Cool. All right, so that's where you're at. Anything else you want to put in motion?
So. Oh, actually.
Yep.
I think before she goes outside, when she passes by the front desk, I think that she's gonna ask, in the lake, do you know if there are water Genasi?
And she's gonna kind of like lean forward and raise an eyebrow and say, I think there's croakers, and there's minnows, I think. There are trout.
It's not a fish.
There's what? Oh, you said it's not fish.
Do you know what Genasi are?
Is it like a lizard or something?
Never mind. It is. Thank you.
There's nothing in the lake.
Okay. Can she roll insight on that? 22.
She looks a little bit like she's got like a twinkle in her eye when she says that.
Nothing at all.
Well, I mean, some people come here because of the legends.
The legends?
Oh, do you don't know? I thought maybe that's what you were alluding to. I mean, I'd never heard of a water Genasi before. But there's lots of theories about it. I mean, of course, it's just legends, but
what are they?
It used to be good for business, at least. The lake, it's so beautiful that people think that it's got, I don't know, the legend. Have you heard of the legend of the creation of the lake?
No.
That it is a great beast, and she like raises her arms up. She's like a great forest spirit or a deity or something. Was at the creation of the world, walked through here and left a hoof print, and that this lake is in the hoof print, and that's why it's got sort of an odd shape. And so people say that because of that, it's got some, we've heard stories of people saying that they hear laughing coming from the lake, or that they see, they hear like galloping And we say, well, I mean, there are lots of animals that live in the forest. I mean, there's not any wild horses around here, and deer certainly don't, make a noise like that. But, there's, if that's what you're, those are the legends. But, there's nothing in the lake, it's all just stories, or so they say.
Or so they say.
Well, you've got to keep a bit of an air of mystery, haven't you? Or else it ruins all the fun.
I guess so.
We used to really play it up and say that we were, descendant of the whatever. But it's sort of silly, I guess.
Well, whatever makes you money.
Yes.
Thank you.
She's going to, smile and, nod at you.
And she's going to go outside.
Okay, so you go sit outside on one of these chairs, living it up. So, as Yezi sits and awaits the weary travelers to join her, Tavumile and Ifferson, Tavumile, are being dragged through the streets of the Talenthi Castle town. Mm-hmm. And by dragged, I mean dragged.
Like he's being quick about it?
Yeah, like he's hastening them back towards... It's not like well, what I mean is he's not literally headlong running, but he's sort of impatiently hastening in that direction. And when I say dragged through, I mean not because you're going very fast or because he's holding on to you. You might be holding on to Tavumile, but because there's so many people that you are you can't even breathe without saying, excuse me, pardon, sorry, whatever, going through. And then even the soldier who's come to get you, this castle guard looking guy, official looking dude, is very doing the same thing. They're not getting out of his way either. It's just people all around.
I feel like Iffy, she gets freaking fed up about it, and she's like, all right. She grabs the wrist of the guard and Tavumile's wrist, and she goes, get out of my way. Freaking head down, just because she's above, I feel like, mostly everyone. She's hecka tall. So I feel like she's her shoulders are in their face, and she's just shoving through everyone.
So basically, you're cool with drawing attention to yourself. Okay, roll Intimidate.
Okay, 10.
The crowd is undeterred. They look at you and they're just like, "Go to hell, you circus freak!" They're freaking whatever.
Been there and back, honey.
They're fully dismissing you and continuing to do whatever. Mm-hmm. The guard kind of looks at you weirded out by your having grabbed his hand, but also gives you a knowing look, nice try.
I feel like Tavumile looks at the guard kind of apologetically, her just being sorry.
He fully dismisses you and continues going that direction. So before long, you weren't far. You get to the steps leading up to the castle, just like you did before. And the guard is sort of just wordlessly, he's looks over his shoulder to make sure you're following him, but he's not really saying anything. And you two are climbing the castle stairs.
Cool.
Is there anything you want to do before you talk about whatever? I'll make you roll stealth if you're trying to be stealthy about it, but...
So Iffy wants to cast enhance ability... Or she wants to, hand a enhance ability potion to Tavumile, kind of, on the sly, and just tell her, let me just drink this real quick. I feel like Tavumile's gonna be all right.
Okay, roll stealth as Iffy.
That one.
Okay. So, you go to hand the potion to Tavumile, and you skip a step, and go to catch yourself and drop the potion, and it shatters on the stairs in front of you.
All right. And she looks and she's like, fuck.
So you look up at Tavumile, presumably. She's probably okay.
I know, I think Tavumile's what were you trying to do?
And the guard turns around and looks at the pile of shattered glass on the ground, and you kind of sheepishly looking up at him. And he turns around and raises an eyebrow at you guys.
What? Sorry, I tripped and it fell out of my pouch.
He's gonna kind of like, eyes narrow, turns around, continues walking up the stairs.
Yeah. I feel like if he like stands up, she's like, all right. Keeps walking.
Good roll persuasion.
Okay, as Iffy?
Yeah.
21.
You continue walking up the stairs. Any other bright ideas there, Chief?
Nope.
Okay, we're gonna keep it. We're
gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it clean.
We're gonna chill now. Cool. So you keep walking up the stairs. Super tiring. Tavumile's fine. Iffy's. And you get to the top of these stairs, right back to where you were before. The guard is kind of like looking away, kind of like, the one that you had spoken to prior. It's kind of like,
I feel like if he's looking at him fully, like,
He kind of like turns and like looks at someone who is coming up to him. And before he was very like, I don't want to talk to these people. And he sees someone coming upstairs to like speak to him. And he's like, oh, thank God. And like goes down. The person's like looking up at him like, you're usually a jerk.
Yeah.
This is great. And he's like, guys, how can I help you? Whatever. You go up the stairs, follow the guard. The guard opens this enormous, like, Bowser's Castle door, just enough for you to follow inside. And as you get inside, you see stretching out before you on the ground an enormous mosaic. Like beautiful, made out of like precious stones that not like diamonds, but like tiger's eye and something that looks a lot like green sea glass.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of like general nature designs, the brown and green of nature on the ground, and you follow that up. The mosaic kind of comes up these columns that are the ceiling is miles away. It's very cathedral like, and everywhere you look is just beautiful stained glass windows,
right?
And they're throwing like golden and yellow and red pools of light everywhere, and they're like tigers and fire and leaves and all of these things.
I feel like both Tavumile and Iffy are mystified. I feel like they're both like, what?
Yeah.
I think Iffy was like, I don't remember it looking like this. Like, I mean, I wasn't in the castle, but I don't remember seeing no fans. What the hell? And I think Tavumile's like, oh, I remember it, and it's still beautiful.
Yeah. So you're walking a little bit forward. You're absolutely just taken with the beauty of what is around you. Go ahead and roll perception.
For both of them?
Yes. With disadvantage.
10 for Tavumile.
Ain't nothing. I just crapped my pants about something real quick, but we're good.
9 for Iffy.
So at 10 and 9? Okay, hold on. That might be fine. It's not. That's okay. I rolled a 1 and a 7, but I thought it was a 1 for this character's advantage stealth check.
Stealth?
Yep. But you pass, so you can know it's a stealth. But I thought it was snake eyes, and I was like, well, my life is over, folks. It's not. It's fine. The other thing, I'm going to roll one more thing for this person. And what would stand out in this Talenthi palace, obviously, is the sights and sounds of a high elf, which pique Tavumile's interest, certainly, and if he's just due to their nature of being out of place here. As you hear someone having a conversation in the corner, one of them clearly being a high elf, speaking in high elf dialect with a high elf accent. Do you do anything to determine the identity of this person?
I think Tavumile looks towards the people.
Okay. Tavumile looks, Iffy does not?
I think Iffy doesn't, because I think that she's like, well, okay, so stuff is going on. There's high elves abound, whatever. Yeah. Like, not surprising to her that there would be high elves in here. And I think also, too, she's like, they're not gonna try anything.
Yeah, not right now, at least.
I think Tavumile looks because she's like, I saw somebody come in here that I don't really want them to be in here.
Yeah. So you turn around and clock Frenthius, who is speaking.
That's what I thought.
Excitedly to a member of, the king's retinue about the events of the evening, and you see him, smiling. He looks in no way like bothered from what you can see on the outside. Go ahead and roll me one. You said you got a 10 and a what now?
9.
A 10 and a 9. You realize that he's relatively nearby to the front door. So you must have walked past him without noticing. Initially, he wasn't making any noise, but also it's not like you were just like, I want to immediately see where Frenthius is.
Yeah.
It would have made sense for you to have walked past him as you entered the room. And you continue walking in your direction. And you're looking around, you realize that Tavumile turns, notices Frenthius is there. Frenthius does not appear to be paying any attention or whatever.
I think that Tavumile, reaches up and holds Iffy's hand. I think Iffy's like, okay.
Does she say anything to Iffy?
Nah, I think that she just reaches up and, grabs her hand, and I think that Iffy, squeezes it and just lets her hold it.
And as you walk in, Iffy, you turn, see that Tavumile's holding your hand kind of turn. And when you turn back forward, you are inches away from a security guard who is holding out to you a box and, looks up at you. You're about to, run into him.
Oh, good Lord. Hello.
Any weapons and potions, please?
Oh, sure. Think that she gives him some daggers, quarterstaff, and all her potions.
Okay.
And she looks at Tavumile and she's like, "Oh, here you go." She has a slingshot, 2 daggers, and her potions.
Okay. Are you trying to hide anything or anything?
No.
Okay.
I think that Tavumile puts all her stuff in there, and then I think that she looks at the gun and she's like, "Be careful with hers."
The guard is gonna raise an eyebrow and look at Tavumile and look back at you and say, "Is that a threat?"
No, it ain't. It's just that she's really bad at making them, so I'm not that bad at making them.
Right. And he's gonna hold the box out very farther in front of him. Kind of pushing Tavumile's potions to the side, and he puts the box down and says, "Sorry, it's just a matter of protocol, but I'm going to have to pat you down."
Oh, like a hug?
Sort of like a hug. It's just to search you for any hidden weapons or potions or one you may have forgotten, so,
Oh. Well, you could do me first.
Pardon me, and he's gonna come up to you and kind of bow his head and just give you a very chaste touch down, whatever.
Are you scared or something?
And he's gonna and he's like, "Well, I wouldn't want to offend the guests of the castle."
Oh well.
And does it to Tavumile as well, make sure.
I feel like she giggles because it tickles. She's like.
And you hear from another part of the thing. You hear, what would his name be? Give me a name. Hit me with a name.
Just a random name?
Yeah, the security guard. What would he be named?
Racker.
Well, now it's gotta be this. Wacko. Wacko, there's no need for this. And Racker, presumably the security guard, turns and says, "Oh, Master Green." Why it is? Fitch! My best friend! And he says, "Oh, Master Green, they're our honored guests. You will treat them with respect, Wacko."
Iffy is biting her lip so hard.
And he's like, well, Master Green, it's just the common rabble. I just wanted to make sure. Well, I appreciate your fastidiousness, Wacko, but I will take over.
I think both Iffy and Tavumile are looking at this guy. What does he look like?
What does Linus look like?
You get to come up with it.
Okay.
He looks like Finch. But...
Yeah. Linus is like 5'10", tall, skinny white guy with dark hair.
Okay.
And he, unlike his brothers, Finch has blue eyes, no?
He has.
Yeah, brown eyes. Anyway, Linus has green eyes. And he's very. His humanness stands out against the extreme Talenthi backdrop, if you will. And he looks extremely like austere. It's clear that he has some sort of higher position in the, especially ordering around the security guard and saying that he'll take it from there or whatever. And so there you go. And he says, I'll take it from here. Thank you, Wacko. And Racker is gonna look at you and kind of give you like a apologetic nod.
That's all right.
Now, if you two will come with me.
All right. You'll...
Oh, sorry, I'm forgetting my manners. My name is Linus Green.
Linus Green.
And he's gonna nod. Linus, we'll say just for the sake of it, that the only... my name is here.
Linus
kill
Green.
Me. Someone kill me. My name is Linus Green.
Linus?
No, Linus. With an L.
Linus Green?
He's gonna nod his head.
Nice to meet you.
He said, nice to meet you. You can call me, if you like, either Master Green or Seneschal Green. That's my official title here.
What was that second one?
Seneschal.
I'm going to call you Master Green.
Master
Green. All right.
And he's going to say, if you would please follow me. If you would please follow me.
Yes, sir.
And he's going to kind of lead you down the thing. And as you walk, you are walking down a hallway that was straight, and then it kind of splits in half, and you imagine that it outlines some sort of central courtyard type area. So it's straight down the middle from the door, and then there's a right side and a left side. There's a big door also in the middle that is shut.
Okay.
So presumably where the king hangs out,
right,
during official whatever the heck, the throne room probably. And he walks to the right side, and so you start following him down that situation. Go ahead, roll perception as if he's in front.
I think Iffy's in the back.
Okay, conveniently, Iffy's in the back.
Conveniently.
Yeah, go ahead, roll perception as Iffy and Tavumile.
All right, 13 for Iffy, 16 for Tavumile.
Said 13 for Iffy, 16 for Tavumile. You two hear footsteps approaching your direction, and you see Frenthius, Frenthius's retinue, and it's like an elderly Talenthi, whatever the heck, kind of following behind, talking nonsense into Frenthius' ear, who's going, yes, quite, that sort of thing, and kind of smiling. It's plastered on his face like a slight smile.
Can they roll insight to see if they're walking this way for, does it seem as though they are coming with us, or does it seem as though they just have to go this way?
So you're still in this central hallway when so you both have to go down the hallway, and Linus is making for the right side, and you're going to follow him. Okay. So if you just keep following him, you will find out if they're going in your direction.
Cool.
But you could also try and put together,
I think I'll wait.
Okay, so you continue going in that direction. Do you have eyes on Frenthius, or are you?
I think that Iffy for sure does. I think that she's kind of keeping her head turned a little bit, her good ear turned towards them, kind of glancing over his shoulder every now and then. I think Tavumile's just straight ahead being like, I don't want to look at him.
So it's Tavumile's looking straight ahead. You could hear his voice behind you. Iffy has turned to look at him, and you can see that in the same measure that you are looking at him, he is sort of looking back at you. Kind of like understands that you are challenging him to an extent, and he is giving it kind of right back to you. So as he's like, yes, oh, is that so? He has like full eye contact. Whenever, if you look away, he looks away, and if you look back, he looks back.
Yeah.
Like that sort of thing.
Okay.
Are you going to say anything, do anything,
No.
anything like that? Okay, cool. So you keep walking in the direction. As you make your right, you see that Frenthius and et al. Make the left.
Okay.
So they're walking, obviously, in the other direction as you, and you are following Linus down this continuing hallway. He's not really saying anything, just like...
Linus.
He's going to, like, look over his shoulder.
Where is it that we're heading off to?
Well, I wanted to apologize first for our rudeness.
Your rudeness?
On behalf of the kings of the royal court, I wanted to apologize to you because I want you to know that there has been quite a few fakes.
Fakes?
So everyone's been sort of on wet alert.
Oh, with the invitations?
No, with your identity.
Wait, what?
He's gonna say, I will explain everything, we in private.
All right.
But the part that matters to you is that I had told the front guards to entertain anyone who said that they were Tavumile or Hibispos Fenra, to bring them in for an interview.
You know my mum?
Well, we thought that you were both... We weren't sure if you were alive. And then it became clear that you were missing.
How did it become clear?
Well, no one could find you.
Oh, like remains or something?
Wait, no body, no... Not to be crass, but no body, no one had hold of you. We talked to some folk around.
Right.
And so we feared the worst. But because we couldn't find anything, we put out a reward for any information about where you were. And, and he kind of like puts his hands out. Whenever you put out some sort of money reward, people pretend so that they can get it for themselves.
Oh.
So
I didn't hear about that at all.
Well, it was relatively recent.
Oh.
Especially after this morning, or I guess late last night, I presume you've heard of Taniwa Peak. And they were all unfortunately killed. So we were surprised that if it is the same individual, that you two had not perished in a similar manner.
Did the king send an invitation to me 3 days ago? Or I guess it'd be 4 days ago.
We'll have a deeper discussion when we get to the womb, just for some
we're
privacy.
Talking to the king.
Well, we've got to determine if you are who you say you are.
Right.
So there was that. But we will have a deeper discussion once we get to the womb.
Right.
And he's going to continue walking in the direction. You see kind of general, people milling about doing whatever, and there are some high elves as well. If you want to roll insight to see if they think that Tavumile's presence is noteworthy or anything like that.
Yeah. Unnatural 20 for Tavumile.
Okay.
17 for Iffy.
Okay, so they seem to be sort of just generally following you with their eyes, not necessarily because they're like, oh, snap. But, you're the only thing walking down the hallway, you might as well look at it type situation until you make another turn down like a side hallway deeper into the castle. And you get the sense that someone's eyes are on you, Tavumile.
Okay. She's gonna make a perception check. 15?
So you see this individual, you kind of like lock eyes with each other. And are you trying to be stealthy with your like, are you just trying to like look at him?
I feel like she's just trying to look at him.
And this is Tavumile? Mm-hmm. Okay. So when you look at him, he looks back at you, kind of not deterred by your looking at him. Mm-hmm. When he sees you kind of clock him, you see him look down slightly, and then look back up, start walking towards you.
Okay. Do I recognize him?
You can roll history to see if you do.
14.
He looks, I mean, you've seen High Elves. you know he's a High Elf.
Well, yeah, but
your identity, yeah. His identity is not, nothing jumps out at you if you've met him specifically before. And, so he starts walking towards you, even as you continue following Linus.
Okay. I think that she kind of just like keeps looking at him but keeps following Linus.
Mm-hmm. And he's gonna fully like continue walking towards you. He's not that far away, so it doesn't take that long, and kind of goes towards you. Mm-hmm. You are walking away from him, and so he ends up going towards your prior position. Mm-hmm. So a few feet behind you is Iffy. What's Iffy's life going on?
I think Iffy, like...
Because he's making it obvious, so I'm not going to say she needs to roll to... Yeah. He's clearly walking towards him.
I think that Tavumile, when she sees that he's walking towards her, she grabs, like, kind of the edge of her, like, shirt and, like just holds on to it. Whereas I think Iffy, like, looks at that and then kind of follows her gaze and sees him. And I think when he is clear that he's walking towards them, I think that she just goes, "How can I help you?"
So he's walking kind of towards behind her. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so you would have to turn around. You say that Linus like looks over his shoulder to see what the heck is going on. And you see the guy pick something up off the ground, and stand up and kind of like move over to where you were.
Like he was making it seem like he just needed to pick something up?
Like he picked something up that was on the ground where you were walking through.
Oh, okay.
Like where you would have walked over when he initially saw. And so picks it up, holds it in his hand, and kind of like stands up to address you all. Mm. And you say, "How can I help you?" Mm-hmm. And he's going to say, "Oh, I just saw that you dropped this."
She's going to, like, before she says anything, she's going to look to see what he's holding.
Mm-hmm. It's a piece of paper.
I would drop that.
Well, not you.
Someone did.
He, like, looks at Tavumile.
Oh, I dropped it.
And he's going to, like, nod his head, and he holds it out.
If he's going to reach out and grab it.
Okay.
She's going to look at it first before she does anything.
You reach out and grab it, and so he passes it to you. He lets go. It's in your hand. Do you open it, or do you do anything? It is a good roll and investigation check.
7. It's
like a little square of parchment, and it appears to be just blank.
This ain't ours. Appreciate it, though. She's gonna, like, hand it back out to him.
And he's going to take it, and he's like, "I'm sure I saw her drop it. I mean, it looks just like garbage to me, but I just wanted to return it."
Appreciate the thought.
He's gonna, like, bow his head, put it back in his pocket, and walk back to where he came from.
Come on, let's go.
She's going to turn around. As you continue walking, you see Linus, his kind of like eyes are following the retreating Weftway personnel.
I think that Tavumile's like, Are you sure I didn't drop it? Sure. I think we're fine.
And you continue following Linus, and he leads you eventually into a side room.
Okay.
And he walks inside, leads you guys inside, and sits you down at... It's like, a nice, like, sitting room, fancy schmancy, use your imagination, furniture, whatever the heck. All Talenthi colors. And sits you down, like, motions for you to sit down, sits down himself, and says, "So, I have a few questions to determine your identity."
She just kind of, like, nods her head.
And he's gonna, like, raise an eyebrow and say, "Have we met before?"
Oh, I don't know. I've been here before. About 2 years ago.
And he's gonna kind of, like, smile and say, "I thought you looked familiar."
Really? I'm sorry, I don't remember you.
No, no need to be sorry. Have risen through the ranks quite quickly. So I wasn't anywhere near my current position 2 years ago. So
Really?
you wouldn't have any reason to know who I was.
Well, congratulations.
He's gonna, like, nod his head and say, "I do remember you. You were here to talk to the king.
Mm-hmm.
What did you two discuss?"
It was to grow water clary for him on my farm.
And he's gonna, like, kind of nod his head. He, like, takes out a piece of paper and writes it down. He's going to say, "And you say that you received a summons to an invitation to come here?"
It said, it was technically 4 days ago, I think. And she kind of looks at Iffy, and Iffy's like, "Oh, I mean, honey, I'm not sure." It said, I got it by a big bird. It was a pigeon, but it was bigger than me, and it talked. And it came through my window, and it had a little scroll, and it had the like the wax thing that you guys do with the letters. Like, it had, like, the symbol on it, and it said that I was wanted no later than 3 days' time.
And how was it delivered?
By a large pigeon. It talked to me. It said that I taught it how to love, I think. It said that it was a monster and other, like, bad stuff about it, and I taught it how to say that it's loved and it's pretty and it's smart.
Yes, I certainly remember you. Okay, and he's, like, continuing to write. He's, like, continuing to write stuff down. And he said, "And where was your mother?"
I think that she was downstairs. She was,
No, I mean currently.
I don't know.
I see. He continues to write down.
I sort of know, but I'm not sure.
You sort of know?
Mm-hmm. It's part of the reason why I'm here.
I understand. And you wanted to speak to the king about that as well. Oh, wait, well, I don't see any reason to question your identity now that I remember who you are and I know who you are.
She, like, smiles.
And I suppose he addresses Iffy, and he says, "The reward will be given to you then."
Well, oh, no, I don't need no reward. I'm just helping her out.
And he's gonna, like, wave his hand, like, "Oh, pish posh," whatever. And he'll say, "Well, I will talk to the king, and I imagine he would want to speak with you later today."
All right.
Early tomorrow. So in
Could
the
it be
event,
today?
well, and he's gonna, like, motion. We've got this party on tomorrow, so
Well,
we've got to get ready for that.
the party's with the High Elves, right?
Yes, with the Wefway clan.
This is really important then, because it has to do with them.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna, like, raise his eyebrows.
One of the people that it involves is here. I've seen him.
What exactly do you mean?
The Worthway people are the ones that burned my farm down.
He, like, sits back down and takes out his paper, like, continues writing. It says, why do you think that?
Oh, I know it. I don't think it. I'd really like to talk to the king and say all of this to him. If that's possible.
Who's the person that's you?
Major Frenthius Usilius?
Well, as I said, I'll talk to him, and either we'll have him meet with you today, later on, or early tomorrow morning, before the party.
All right.
And he's gonna smile and say, I'll have you wait here until I know. I'll come get you, and we'll give you some... If it's tomorrow morning, of course you'll stay here. We'll set you up with some quarters, and I'm sure you're hungry, so we'll get that sorted as well.
All right. If I'm going to stay here, is it possible for us to send a message to someone?
I suppose so. Who would you be wanting to send a message to?
She, like, looks at Iffy. We came here with somebody else, but he didn't come in. We figured, we didn't want to overwhelm y'all, so, he was going to go back to where we were going to stay. But, I have sanding, but I don't got my potions on me, so.
I think that can be arranged.
Thank you.
And he's going to, like, smile and nod, kind of stand up and say, if you need anything, there was footmen walking around outside. You can recognize them because they're wearing a similar uniform. Just let them know who you are and what you would like, and they can get it for you.
All right.
And he's going to, like, nod and stand up and leave the room.
I hope I get to talk to him today.
Well, me too. I mean, listen, I think it was good that you said that it was the Worthway people, and maybe they'll make him, start a fire under his ass.
I hope it doesn't do that at all.
It's just an expression. It just means hopefully he'll hop to it.
All right. I'm really nervous. It's gonna be all right.
I promise. The worst thing that's gonna happen is that they don't believe you. That is gonna be awful, but it's something that we're gonna figure out. Have you been thinking about what you're gonna say?
Mm-hmm. I have been. I think I know what I'm gonna say. At least I hope I do.
Well, I think just follow whatever comes to you. Within reason. She kind of winks at her.
Yeah.
Wonder how long this is gonna take. Just looks around.
So you're in this room for a good long while.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of nothing going on. It's probably been like an hour of whatever. And then eventually the door opens. It's not Linus. It's presumably to you. You can tell by the uniform, one of the footmen, who comes in with a little, like, beautifully decorated, ornate tray that has like water in a lovely, like, pitcher, and then just some stupid fancy schmancy royal people snacks, like crackers and cheese and stuff like that he, like, rolls in front of you, and he says, can I get you anything else?
Can I ask a favor?
Sure.
Could you drink some of this and eat some of it?
He's gonna, like, raise his eyebrows.
I think Tavumile also looks at Iffy. I'll just,
Excuse me?
Could you just take a sip of the water and we've had some bad experiences and just want to be
Oh, this
careful.
is quite an insult to the kings.
No, it's just that we don't know you.
he's gonna, like, raise an eyebrow and pick up, like, a piece of bread and, like, look around, like, he's like, is this, like, the butler final exam or something? He, like, opens his mouth, takes a bite, and then, like, puts the rest, like, in his pocket, and he has, like, he's like, there's only 2 glasses of water, and he, like, looks for another water receptacle, like, he's not gonna drink from one of the 2 cups that are there.
Oh, you can drink from one of the cups, it's fine.
Oh, well, I'll bring you another one, and he, like, pours some in a cup and drinks it, and, like, kind of smiles at you, like, weirdly.
Look, honey, it's not that we think that the king's gonna do something, it's that there's, and she kind of puts a hand over her mouth. There's some high elves around here, and we heard what was going on in the town, and we just want to be careful.
Oh, you don't need to worry about that. There are honored guests.
Well, honey, I mean, Persue, did you know what that did? I mean, I knew. I had that happen to me,
He's gonna raise an eyebrow at you and kind of give you, like, a funny look, and he's like, if you need anything else, you know where, just open the door and let one of us know.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
And he's gonna leave and shuts the door.
Iffy, what was that about?
Do you not remember us talking about maybe don't eat nor drink nothing here unless somebody else has it first?
Oh. I do remember.
Well, there you go. It don't, honestly, it don't matter if I offend them as long as you don't. Like, I'm not trying to offend them or nothing. I don't want to be kicked out and I don't want to look bad on you, but you could just say that I'm someone you don't know very well, which is the truth. So, I just want to look out for you, alright?
Alright. Well, it looks really good. Can we have some?
Yeah, go right ahead.
You should have some as well.
Alright. I feel like they start eating.
Okay, you guys start eating. And you continue just a-waiting and a snacking and a drinking water. And you await your fate. Friggin' Linus, dude, I did not expect his voice to be so hard to do. I'm sorry about all of that.
It's wee-wee howd.
It's wee-wee howd because I'm just talking normal wee, except...
Yeah, it's wee-wee howd.
Just the O's and the O's. Why
just the O's and the O's.
The O's and the O's, yeah, so sorry about that. I was, like, getting so tripped up on it. I was like, what would he ask? Like, oh, I can't even think. So hopefully I do gooder in the future. Okay, buddy pal?
Mm-hmm.
So the carriage clops off in not the direction that was originally to be expected. And,
oh, no.
Well, I suppose you're meaningfully far away from the checkpoint. Your dad kind of, like, looks over his shoulder and says, well, I suppose we are now taking a trip to the Talenthi Castle town.
We can see why in this. Wait, no, there's more important things.
I have no idea how I'm going to communicate this to your mother. The time of our trip has all but doubled. On the plus side, this has fixed all of our problems.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm sure Ralph would be wanting to go anywhere but the castle town, so we don't need to worry about him. I mean, I'd like to help him. And I think at this point, the only way I can do that is by getting his family...
Wait, you would like to help him?
Well... I mean, I think it's clear that, at least, it seems to me that it's clear that he did not commit whatever they're accusing him of. At least...
Daddy, you're the best!
He's gonna, like look at you and say, oh, well, I mean,
give him a big hug.
He's like, oh, fatherhood. And he's going to say, well, I would like to help him, but I think that the only way that we can do that while also protecting my family is by getting his family safely to the castle town. At least he won't have to worry about them, huh, kiddo?
Wait, they don't know what's going on, though, so... Can I
turn into an animal and run to them and then tell them what's going on, and then I'll be back here?
I don't know, Finch. I mean, those guards, if they see you turning into an animal and then into a person, or if they see anything suspicious, we're in trouble. I don't know that. Don't look at me like that, Finch. You know it doesn't work on me, your father.
But they're gonna be scared if they don't know where their mommy is going.
Jack's gonna look and say, "It'll be okay, Dad. If it's not..." He, looks off to the side.
Yeah, if it's not.
Your dad... You suddenly, all of a sudden, feel like this is a hostage situation. Your dad kind of, looks at Jack and then looks at you and says, "Well, I suppose I have nothing to worry about. You'll come right back."
I'll come right back.
All right.
Wee wee.
He's gonna shake his head and say, "Well, I, as the best dad, I trust my little boys to make good decisions."
Oh,
he looks up at Jack and is like, "Yeah, good."
Fantastic.
He's gonna jump off the carriage as it's moving and be like, I landed it this time.
And your dad's like, "Oh, okay, well, 5 minutes, okay? And I expect you back here on this carriage."
Oh, wait.
And he's gonna smile.
He's gonna turn into a wolf. And it's disgusting. I feel like it's like...
Oh my goodness. Well, he's gonna kind of smile and be like, go.
He runs off.
Padding through the
freaking
forest.
Tongue lolling everywhere.
Cool. So you go off to go do that, and you hear your dad say to Jack, "Why are you like this?" As you run off behind you, and you don't hear Jack's answer. Cool. So as you run back, you turn around, to get out of the carriage. Turn into a wolf, start running back in the direction that that the boys were. Go ahead, roll a perception check with advantage.
As the wolf?
Yeah.
That's because they got stats.
I see. The stats of a wolf.
18.
Oh, snap. Cool. You hear...
Oh, wait, you said with advantage.
Yeah, not 20?
19.
Oh, dang. Okay, you hear... Ugh! And you turn and look, and you see Fingers, the artist known as Dave, flat on the ground with bits of broken branch around him, peeling himself off the ground.
I think that Finch stops in his tracks, runs up to Fingers, and starts
you're not gonna get there before the guard. You see that happen, and you also see the guards notice and start walking towards him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that he walks, or he runs up to Fingers and is going to nuzzle him. Mm-hmm. Kind of I'm your pet kind of situation.
Fingers got his bell rung, so I'm gonna roll damage real quick on my boy. When you're a really good DM, you don't open your character sheets until you have to start rolling checks. So, just a little tip for all you DMs out there. If you do that, what happens? You get more time to think about what you're going to do next. So, he fell out of a tree, so I'm going to roll a D8. Cool. All right, so he's rolling on his, he's clutching his side, hit his head on the ground. And you start kind of nuzzling him, and he's like, "Yezi, chill out." And he's shaking his head. He's like, "Your hair's down. That's weird." "Oh, goodness!" And he looks and sees that you're a wolf. Mm-hmm. And he's like, and he like starts like backing away rapidly, and you can see that the guards have also kind of stopped and are like holding on to like spears and swords and stuff. And Fingers kind of like scrabbles backwards.
And I think Finch is gonna take the universal dog playing stance of like going, lowering the head and splaying out the front arms and like his tail's wagging and all that.
Okay. Go ahead. Also, I want to say too, Ethiad and Fingers.
Ethiad and Lucian.
Ethiad and Lucian watch this happen and watch Finch as wolf. They don't know that it's Finch. They just think it's a wolf, like running up towards Fingers.
Ethiad make like an intelligence saving throw to be like, perhaps this is the kid that can turn into animals.
Yeah, I'll do one for Lucian.
18.
Based on the fact that all of a sudden appears from nowhere a wolf that is directly running towards Fingers' position, like not really behaving like a wolf. And, Ethiad has been around nature. He's had to survive by himself, so he knows how wolves act. You think there's a pretty good chance that it's not really a wolf. Lucian, on the other hand, is like, mate, we've got to do something.
No. Wait, I think that's a finch.
What?
I think that's a finch.
What do you mean? You think so?
It's not how wolves act.
Wolf, it's not Finch.
But it's not the hostile look it's trying to play.
You're like watching the dog do whatever. Fingers is like backing up on his hands. He's just like, good dog, good doggy, good little monster with giant fangs. And like he's like backing up, sitting on the ground. The carriage is moving, like the carriage is going away, like you can hear it but you can't see it anymore, and the guards are like approaching with their spears out towards this wolf.
Finch is gonna take a couple more steps towards Fingers and then roll on his back, like belly exposed kind of thing, tongue lolling out.
Fingers is like, Fingers looks up at the guards for like and he goes, hey, is this yours or what's the deal? And they're like shaking their head. They also look mystified, and Fingers is like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna get up. And he like puts his hand like on the ground, starts standing up and kind of like maintaining a wide berth. And he's like, I'm just gonna go back to what I was doing. And the guards are gonna say, one of them says, you're not gonna go anywhere. We've got a few questions to ask you once we dispatch with this wolf.
I feel like Finch hears that and stands up and like kind of backs up a little bit. And he kind of just like puts his head down and like tries to emanate peace as much as possible, like peaceful dog.
You hear one of the guards is like poking at the air with his spear. It says, "Shoo, go on now, you get out of here."
I think that Finch starts whimpering.
And they're still like kind of like poking at him, like they're getting closer, just like, trying to like get him to go away. And another one says, "Just kill it."
I feel like Finch.
I'm gonna have Fingers roll intelligence to
Okay.
see. He's like, be warned, Fingers is stupid. And Fingers is gonna look at you and say, I think you should get out of here, buddy."
I feel like Finch looks up at him and like cocks his head a little bit and then runs past him into the forest.
Fingers like follows you with his eyes, and as you run past him, he goes, okay. And he like looks back up at the guards who are now like 20 feet away. And he's just kind of like standing there, kind of addressing them. And Lucian is looking at Ethiad, and he was like, "You think that was Finch?"
Yes. Wolves don't act like that. Also, if there's one wolf, there's many. So,
can you get closer to them to hear what they're saying to
you? I can try. You're going to stay here?
Maybe I should do it.
No.
I know you're sneakier, but
Also, I'm not somebody that they're looking for.
Depending on Finger's performance, we may have to intervene.
Just let me go.
Right.
I think as they're saying this, they hear like a little bit of rustling in the bush, and then they see a little head of a wolf pop out of a bush.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Edgar's like, oh, God.
Like nearby you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it would take longer than that amount of time. Yeah,
Okay.
I would say in a little bit, Finch will be able to do that.
Yeah, let me just go. It's fine.
Right. Wait here, and he's gonna like kind of crouch down a little bit in the against a tree in the brush.
Fingers looks like a human right now, right?
Yeah.
I think that. Okay, so Ethiad's gonna try to get closer. So he'll roll stealth.
Okay.
Friggin' 7.
7?
Yeah.
Like with your pluses?
Yeah.
What does he get up?
+5.
+5? Dang.
Rolled a
Okay.
2.
Well, you start kind of making your way in that direction. You start making your way in that direction. You know, crouching low to the ground, you know, deal. Trying to stay in the brush so that you are obscured. I'm going to roll some real quick. Rolling 4 disadvantage perception checks. What does Ethiad do that's just a little bit of a misstep to reveal his position to one of the guards?
I think there's like a vine on the ground that he gets his foot like caught in, and it trips him up a little bit, and so he like stumbles a little and steps on like some dried branches and leaves.
Cool. So you make that noise, you hear like that tss of the leaves crunching underfoot, and you hear one of them saying, "Are you okay there, lad?" to Fingers. And Fingers like, "Yeah, it's great. Sorry, I was just walking, and then this a tree branch fell, and then a dog. I don't know what that was about." He's like, "I guess dogs like branches or something." And then one of the guards says, "Wait, you there?" and points at Ethiad.
Fuck. I think that he like walks out of the tree line. "Are you okay?" And he like looks at Fingers.
Fingers gonna roll performance. Ooh, baby. It's probably the best roll Fingers has ever rolled.
Oh.
I feel like he always rolls like dog crap. And he's gonna look up and say, "No, I don't. Yeah, I think I kind of hit I bit my tongue." And the guards are kind of like, they're like getting the situation under control, and they're just like, "You two just
Well, we were playing a game."
Yeah, we were playing a game. Tell him about it.
Oh, I mean, it's kind of like hide and seek, but it's like it's like I track him more than like, because it's not like a specific area where we like hide. So he tries to leave like tracks and stuff, and like well, we just started, and I told you not to climb any more trees. You're too heavy.
Well, I'm gonna roll a couple things.
Are you okay?
Yeah, well, I kind of hit my head on the ground, so maybe.
I think that maybe we should go home.
No, we've got to talk to you too quickly. We just we have a few questions to ask you. We've got to do this with everyone walking through this particular area because of the the events of recent times.
Oh, that guy.
Which guy exactly?
The one that's been like going around and burning stuff.
Yes. We're so it's nothing. Nothing. We've got to do it with everyone. So we're just going to ask you a few questions. You can see one of them's kind of addressing you, and the other, there's two of them are walking back to the original position, and the other one is taking a look kind of generally in the forest. Lucian's gonna roll advantage stealth.
Okay.
Rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
On the first one. So you don't know this, but Lucian is so hidden.
Yeah.
The guard isn't like going into the tree line. He's just kind of like taking a look around, so he's not really doing that good of a job. He's basically just like, is there a third one that's gonna go out of thing? And the other one's talking to you saying, it's not safe to be out here now, with this criminal at large.
I mean, unless he's like killing people outright, we don't own a farm, so.
Yeah, I'm not a farmhouse.
I don't think that you're okay.
Anyway, well, I'd say, you two walking around in the forest, I mean, you two fit the build and roughly age of the suspected perpetrator.
What?
Where do you two live about?
We live near the Crystalline Inn. We have like a little like cabin there.
Yeah. So we were just you're quite far away, quite early in the morning from your home. How did you make it out here?
For the tracking game.
Well, you said you just started, didn't you?
Yeah, but like you play for like a couple days,
Yeah, we've been like camping,
It's like fun to do that.
So, what about your parents? What about them? I mean, we just, it's a couple of guys. I mean, I'm showing my little brother how to, track, like game, and it's a game, but we're for the, hunting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good roll, flat deception. Fingers leave it help action, so together, we'll roll advantage.
That one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. The guard is kind of raising an eyebrow at you, and he's like, right, where were you on the night of the first arson?
First? Oh, is there more?
Yes, unfortunately, there's been another.
Oh.
Oh, well, we were at home, I think. I mean, it was...
But that was how many days ago?
4 days ago.
Yeah, we were getting ready for our camping.
Well, I don't see any supplies for camping as well.
Well, you don't, like, it's like, nobody ever understands.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's pretty, idiosyncratic.
Like, if like, you get lost on a hike or something, and then you don't have anything with you, you want to be able to, like, make shelter out of what's around you.
Yeah.
Make food out of what's around you.
Yeah, and then if stuff gets dicey, we're not, like, so far in the woods. I know there's, like, places around here we could stop at, so there's that. Well, go ahead and roll another deception check.
14.
The guard is, raising his eyebrows and he's saying, so let me get this straight. You two live in a cabin near the Crystalline Inn. Now, I've been to the Crystalline Inn and I don't recall seeing any sort of cabin nearby. It's quite remote.
Mm-hmm.
And you are camping out here.
Yes.
You've been camping for at least one day so that you can play a game where you track each other.
Yes.
And you find food in the wilderness. All the while a dangerous criminal is traveling about and your parents are fine with this.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Okay, look, our parents are kind of deadbeats, alright?
Yeah, they don't care what we do, so, there's that.
But,
You both fit the physical description of the
okay,
accused.
isn't he, like cold
Is he a winter
or
allergen
something?
or something? Here, he puts his hand out, like, for it to be shaken, and the guard is going to kind of, like, look at both of you, kind of, like, it's kind of slowly reach toward Finger's hand and take it. He's like, see, I'm warm, and he, like, motions towards Ethiad.
Ethiad, like, slowly sticks out his hand because he's like, man.
Yeah. And the guard, like, takes your hand and shakes it.
You have a firm handshake.
Don't try to butter me up, lad.
Oh.
Well, I think that it's not safe for you two to be so far from home while a criminal's at large, whether or not your parents are deadbeats. I just, like, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you or anything. I'm 24, so I'm fully an adult and I can make my own decisions. Be that as it may, I think given the circumstances, we ought to escort you home back to your cabin.
Why?
Why? Well, I'd say that you two are relatively suspicious. And when we get there, maybe we'll have a talk with your parents about what you've been up to.
Okay. I mean, I think that this is a waste of time, isn't it not? Like, you're looking for some guy and then you're gonna escort two people that aren't the guy.
Well, that's
is that
very
the
much
use of your time.
That's very much that's to be determined, isn't it? No, we're not. How could we possibly be him? How could we possibly be him? It's just gathering information, lads.
No, you've gathered information.
Yeah, you know we're not this guy. You two are quite suspicious.
Okay. I think he's gonna look up at Fingers and be like, "You're right. We're lying. I have to hide who I am because people don't like me. So, that's probably why." And I think he's gonna take his sleeve and he's gonna, like, rub off some makeup and be like,
Man, what?
I'm a tiefling, so, you know, I don't want to get, like, killed by people, and I don't know, how people will react, but, I'm not, see, look, and he's gonna, like, kind of push his hair out of the way. I'm not with that clan, so.
And he's gonna, like, look at Fingers, and Fingers is, like, at a loss of what to do. He's just, like, opening and shutting his mouth, like, looking at Ethiad and looking at the guard. And the guard is gonna kind of look, like, surprisedly at this scene in front of him. The other guard that was kind of, like, looking off into the forest looks back at Ethiad, or looks back at, Ethiad doing this. And Finch is looking for Lucian.
Yeah.
Okay.
He could probably smell him out.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You find Lucian. Lucian's just, like, you can't hear a single thing. He's just waiting for people to come back.
Mm-hmm. I think that, like, Lucian is waiting for people to come back and then, like, hears a little bit of, like, some rustling next to him and then, like, a little nose pokes out of a bush and he's like... I think the nose retreats back in and it hears, like, a little bit of just, like...
He's gonna, like, try to, like, quietly turn so he's not, like, rustling. And he, like, looks over, he's like, what on earth?
And then I think Finch emerges out and crouches down next to him. He's like,
hello. It is you. What's going on?
We have to go to the castle town because they turned us around. So,
I'm gonna say it in a normal voice. So,
they're going to the castle town and my dad's going to escort Meredith and the kids to the castle town because he wants to help you out because he knows that you didn't do it.
Marvelous.
I don't know what's going on with them, but I don't think that you can help.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go seek with you too.
Will you just wait here?
What?
Just wait here? Yes?
Are you asking me to? Are you asking me if I'm going to?
Well, we're going to.
You're telling me.
That's a smart thing, right?
You've got to catch up with your family, man.
Yes. But I have to let everyone know.
Oh, I can tell them. Go catch up with your family.
I think Finch is going to roll insight.
Okay.
He's trying to determine whether or not Lucian is just going to stay hidden or not.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Lucian looks like he's got a plan that he's cooked up.
What are you going to do?
I'm not going to do a single thing. But you need to catch up with your family before they leave you behind. Your dad will be worried about you. Go.
Don't get caught.
I hope not to.
Okay. Thank you. For letting me go on an adventure.
You're welcome. You can turn it into something smaller than this, can't you?
Oh, smaller than a wolf?
Yeah.
Yes.
Before you go. I don't want them to get too far ahead, but he looks over his shoulder at the guards talking to Ethiad and fingers, they're taking quite a long time. Would you be able to just sneak over there, hear a few words and tell me what's going on? And then you're going back with your father.
All right.
It's going to, I think, so wild shape I can use twice. We're getting after short or long rest. And it
so
lasts...
you never turned into a jaguar, right?
Yeah.
So you have one left.
Right.
Yeah.
I would not be able to speak to him in my animal form. That's a 6th level druid ability. So I would have to turn back out of a rat or whatever.
Oh, to tell him? Well, you could tell him that and be like, I wouldn't be able to catch up with my dad.
I can only do it twice. And I could do it again, but then when I turn into one again to talk to you, I wouldn't be able to turn into one again after that.
Forget it then. Go on.
I think he's fine though. That we're just going to ask him questions.
Right. Thank you. Be safe.
You too.
Don't worry about me, mate. Take care of myself.
No, you can't.
Go on.
All right.
He's gonna turn back into a wolf and run back to his dad.
All right.
Freaking Lucian. I swear to fucking God.
And as you're doing, that's about when things start getting a little weird. Ethiad, takes his paint off his face. Fingers is super confused. Lucian really can't, you can't see him and he can't see you type status. And the guard is looking at them and he's like, a tiefling.
Yeah.
Fingers is gonna kind of look back up at him and say, just trying to get through here. Waypoint Town's not so accepting as we thought it would be.
So,
If you just let us pass. So we're looking for one criminal. We found another.
What?
He's not a criminal, man. He's just a kid.
Just because I'm a tiefling that I'm a criminal?
And the guy kind of smirks. And he's like, so you lot are not burning farms down, not farmhouses, communities, settlements.
I'm not, I don't.
He's a kid, man.
I'm not part of them. I'm not, I know I'm a tiefling, but I was just born this way. I don't live there. I don't want to live there.
You don't even have horns anymore. A tiefling hated by even tieflings.
Wouldn't that be a good thing?
Yeah, I would think that would be the enemy of my friend. Friend is my friend. And the guard's gonna kind of good, roll a perception check as Iffy and fingers.
15.
You see that the two guards are, back at their posts. They're kind of eyeing what's going on. The other one is kind of walking towards you two.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's like, well, I guess I'll be taking an early lunch.
Why?
Because we're not going to the Crystalline Inn. We're going back to the castle town.
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Why are we going there? We've got plenty of cells reserved for tieflings.
What?
I'd like to see you try.
No, Fingers, no, please.
Fingers is gonna, like, step forward, and he reaches into his, like, jacket to, some sort of weapon.
No, I think that Ethiad's gonna stand in front of him and be like, it's fine. Please, don't.
He's gonna look at you. What do you mean?
How many guards are there?
There are 4 total, 2 nearby you, and the other 2.
It's fine. I'll just go with them.
What? No.
It's fine.
What are you talking about?
I'll just go with them and I guess we'll figure it out.
See, the lads are going to come quietly, so you can relax. No, you're not.
Just
Come on, man.
What else are we going to do? I don't. You can go home. Go to where we were going.
You say that. Fingers still has his hand, like, in his shirt. And the guard's like, so, let me see your hands.
Okay.
Fingers keeps his hand in his shirt. Well. And Fingers is, like, kind of backing up, looking at you. The other guard grabs your shoulder. Kind of, like, roughly. Just get a hold of you. And the 2 guards... Go ahead and roll a disadvantage perception check as Ethiad.
That one.
I feel like I don't even need to justify that.
Yeah.
I think that's fully understandable why that would happen. It's even hard for you to focus on the things that are going on with this guard's hand in your shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, all you can think about is the way that feels. Because since you literally fought people, no one has touched you like that in the past few days.
Yeah.
Like, and unless they were literally the enemy.
Yeah.
And so it's very stark contrast to what you've been dealing with. And as kind of Fingers backs up, the other guard's kind of like approaching him warily, got his hand on the hilt of his sword, and the other one is grabbing onto you. You hear the shattering of glass and a whooshing, like, past you.
Okay.
And as that happens, it's loud. It's like an explosion. It's not just shattering glass. There's like a bang. And I'm going to roll Constitution for the 2 guards to see if they can withstand getting scared. One rolled a nat 20 and the other rolled a 13. So the one holding on to Ethiad, like, holds fast and is undeterred, pulls his sword out, kind of backs Ethiad away from this explosion. And the other one is kind of like jumps and turns from Fingers' position to face this, like, where the sound is coming from.
Right.
Good roll Constitution as Ethiad.
Oh no.
See how scared you are.
10.
You've been grabbed roughly, and then there's this, like, bang in shattering glass quite near you. So, Ethiad, what motion does Ethiad make out of fear?
I think that he drops to the ground and has his hands over his head.
So you do that. This guard kind of, like, is hauling you backwards towards him, fully, like, maintains the grip of you in his hands. And go ahead and roll initiative.
Fuck. 7.
Cool. So, Fingers, Ethiad, I'm going to say basically Ethiad has no idea what's going on. He's in a cloud of afraidness.
Right.
You feel the guard pulling you backwards, you hear the loud sound, you drop to your knees, put your hands over your head, and you're a pile of whatever.
Yeah.
all you hear around you is like the whooshing of air and kind of like general noises of shock. Fingers goes first.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that you don't see what he does, but let me roll for him. Well, yeah, okay, cool. So all you hear around you is a struggle between what sounds like Fingers and this guard that's got his arm, like his hand in your jacket.
Okay.
What is a cunning action, dash, disengage, or hide, right? Yeah, okay. Yep. So you feel that, and then you feel the struggle end. Okay. Between him and this guard, who's still solidly grappling you. Mm-hmm. Cool. Now it is Lucian's turn. You hear this, like, whooshing get closer to you, and it just sounds like heavy wind. I mean, kind of like a hollow, like, one note kind of, like, groaning sound near you. And you feel kind of like the wind kind of pick up around where you are. And I'm going to roll 2 checks for this here guard. And you feel the guard kind of like his grip on your clothes loose, like slacken a bit. And all of a sudden you feel his arm kind of drag the fabric of your jacket backwards, and then it's just like torn off of your clothes.
Okay.
While this wind whips around you. And you still don't really hear anything. All you see is that going on. And now it is your turn.
Okay. He's going to open his eyes and look around him.
Okay, go ahead and roll. I'll say for Ethiad, roll a con save, because you're pretty afraid.
16. Okay,
so you have been energized by feeling this arm be like ripped off of your clothes and knowing that you feel unencumbered despite the goings on. So as of now, you're not being grappled. You have full freedom of movement. What do you?
Well, he's gonna look around.
Okay, so you look around. You see that the 2 guards are being kind of like forced away from you by some sort of giant, kind of like ice cold beast, like a giant. It's like a light, kind of like ghostly force.
Okay.
That's like relatively amorphous, but all you feel is cold air and just this like wind, and you hear this groaning, and there's just this being of light.
Okay.
You also see. I guess I should you see that without a check. Do you want to make a check? Or that would be your action.
Do I see Lucian?
Not from just like a cursory glance around, but you know the direction he's in.
So if I were to make a perception check, that would be my action?
Yeah, skill checks are actions.
I guess I'll do that then. I'll do a perception.
And you're just trying to locate Lucian?
Lucian and Fingers.
Okay.
Unnatural 20.
You see that Lucian, you don't see Fingers, but you see that Lucian is kind of like off in the bushes, staring like directly at you with like urgency.
And I don't see Fingers?
No.
Okay. Well, I think Ethiad's gonna get up, and he's gonna move his 30 feet and dash towards Lucian.
Okay, so you dash towards Lucian, you fully get there, you're good. Do you want to say anything to him?
Where's Fingers?
I saw him run this way.
Okay.
So that's what you want to say? Okay, yeah. Do you have anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, I can't do anything else.
Okay. Cool. It's going to be the guard's turn, and they're both going to roll to hit on this being. Okay, cool. Neither of them make it at all. But they're just kind of like swinging wildly while this thing roars kind of at them, like grumbles at them. You see them just like swinging at it, like freaking out. The other 2 guards run over and also join like combat, like trying to attack it.
Does Finch, how far away is Finch?
I'll say that if you were like running back to where your dad is, I'm gonna say that you are, probably like you're 60 feet away from the 2 guards that are running kind of towards this, and you're 120 feet away from the actual like combat.
Fantastic. Can Finch roll initiative?
Yeah.
8.
Okay. Cool.
Because he's a wolf right now, and so I feel like his hearing, he's like, huh?
Yeah, he like turns, looks, sees that this is what's going on. So cool. That's gonna end the guard's turn. And then Finch will be in the initiative order the next round. So like as he approaches. So Fingers is gonna pop out of the cut. You see that he grabs both you and Lucian and just starts like hauling away.
Okay.
And he's like, "What the heck is that thing?" Like freaking like looking behind him as he runs toward. He's just like he's like half picking up Lucian and then like grabbing your like shoulder, and Lucian's like, oh, like he just moving like back into the woods.
Yeah.
And Fingers is gonna like dash, but it'll move and speed will be halved because he's like encumbered with Lucian. So you guys are running away. Whether or not, unless you want to like resist his having grabbed you. So that's gonna end Fingers' turn. Lucian's gonna say, "It's mine."
What?
"It's mine. Come on." And he's gonna say, "Oh, threats, keep him busy. Come on."
You is like a pet?
Well, I guess in a sort of. And you guys are like booking it the heck out of Dodge. And then it would be Finch's turn, technically next.
Cool. So he just wants to do one thing.
Okay.
The range is 120 feet. So.
Right.
That's why.
Is this gonna make me mad?
Maybe.
Okay. What are you gonna do to me? You jerk.
Let me read the whole thing just to make sure that I got this. Okay. So it's a 5-foot radius. So it's not 5 foot by 5 foot. It's a 5-foot radius. So 10 foot in total, right? It's 40 feet high. A silvery. I'm casting moonbeam.
Okay.
From where he is, he's just going to like wherever. I think he has potions on him. However, dog form.
I'll say that druids are special in that they can do weird crap that nobody understands. Okay. That has to do with them being druids.
I think that he's gonna cast moonbeam. I feel like he like friggin' like stands and like howls at the moon and causes this to friggin' happen. Mm-hmm. A silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. Until the spell ends, dim light fills the cylinder. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed by ghostly flames that cause searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Okay.
So he's going to center it at a point that gets as many folks as possible.
Okay. I'm going to say that I'll roll luck to see how close they are. You get 2 of them.
Okay.
So you can pick which 2. The 2 that are fighting the thingy or the 2 that are on their way to fight the thingy?
I think the 2 that are on their way.
Okay, cool. So you get them too.
Cool.
And then they have to do a what save?
Constitution saving throw. My spell save DC is 13.
Okay. 1 passes, 1 fails in a big, meaningful way.
Okay, cool. So, technically it would be on their turn that they get this damage, but they're going to get it regardless, so I'm going to roll for it.
Okay.
Both of them get damage. The one that saves gets half as much, though, so I'll roll separately for each of them.
Okay.
2d10, and it's radiant damage if that matters to you.
Mm-hmm.
13 damage for the one that failed.
Okay.
2 damage for the one that saved.
Okay.
And then he's going to do that. And then he's gonna keep running off towards his family.
Okay. It was Finch's turn. You said after that he's gonna run off to his family. Okay, cool. Sweet. Now it is Ethiod's turn.
Okay. Ethiod is continuing to run with them. And I think that he's like, where are we just going? Where?
Anywhere away from here.
I don't know.
Cool. So you don't have anything in particular that you want to do? Okay, cool. It's gonna be...
well, he's gonna help with the dashing.
Okay, I'll say that you guys can dash then, like with you two dashing together. So I'll say you guys all together move another 30 feet away, so you're 60 feet away from their position.
Dashing, so it's an extra 30 feet on top of your 30 feet, so it'd be 60 feet away.
Okay, then 90 feet away.
Okay.
So you guys are 90 feet away from their position. You are freaking bugging it. Lucian looks like he's having so much fun, and you're moving. The guards, they rolled a nat 1, by the way, for their initiative.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's fun. You hear what sounds to be not like the most fun that these guards have ever had in their lives. You basically, you hear like yelling, you hear Finch like howling at the moon, and then you hear like, wah! As they're being zapped by radiant light. You hear them yelling at this, like barking orders at each other, like, you go for that run, trying to coordinate fires on these entities from hell. And you hear that it does not appear to be going well for them, and then also you don't appear to be being followed.
Okay, cool.
So that's their turn. I'm gonna say that since it's Fingers, Lucian, Ethiod, and Finch all in a row, I'll say that Fingers, Lucian, and Ethiod successfully make it Fingers 60 feet of dash and Ethiod's 60 feet of dash. Okay. And so ignoring Lucian's 30-foot movement speed, and literally just running in that direction, like any freaking where away from there. Yeah. Is there anything that you are trying to do specifically? You see Fingers is like, I'm gonna roll intelligence for him. I'm gonna roll intelligence and have it not be cocked. Okay, cool. You can see that it looks like he's trying to like avoid other roads, like he's listening out for things. So, are you following his lead, or are you adding to the list of like bad areas?
Can Ethiod roll survival to see if he can help at all with like avoiding?
Yeah, go crazy.
9.
Okay. No,
probably not.
You've had a rough several minutes. You see that you go to step in like a very deep ditch, and Lucian like grabs the back of your shirt and hauls you backwards. He's like, "Look alive!
I'm sorry."
He's like keeps dragging you off, and you hear again from the distance. Not the most fun the world's ever been having, but still like general yelling. And I'm gonna say that initiative order is still going because technically you're still hostile towards each other, and they do some sort of round of whatever. And Lucian is gonna say, "We've got to hide. I'm sure they'll be coming right this way. Any ideas?" Hiding. And he's gonna like look at Ethiod, say trees out of the question, I guess.
Yes.
Go ahead, roll perception, all of you, and Fingers and Ethiod with advantage because you guys are knowledgeable about hiding.
Cool. 22.
Dang, brother. Fingers got a I forgot he's got -2 perception. He got a 16.
Okay.
Lucian got a 2.
Okay.
A nat 2. And so Lucian is literally looking around, and you can tell based on your knowledge of the human condition that he is turning his head and pretending to be helpful. Like, he has no idea what he's looking for. He's just like looking, whatever. And Fingers is gonna be like, "There's like a ridge. Come on, we'll go under there. We'll hide. There's some leaves. Come on.
Okay.
Do you have another idea, Ethiod?
Well, I mean, he got a 20-something.
Okay.
Where else could
you see around you, that looks like it could be good, because it's facing away from like where the guards would be walking, so they'd have to like turn back and look over. But Ethiod sees that there is a what would be better than that? Like a large tree that appears at first glance just to be a tree, but you can tell from your position, like with the light, that it is hollowed out.
Over here, come on. And he's gonna like start running to that tree.
I like my idea. Okay. whatever. And, like, he's fingers just, like, following you, like, towards this friggin' tree. Mm-hmm. Lucian is like, I thought we're not climbing trees,
We're
mate.
not, just come on.
And he's, like, following you guys or, like, taking him over there. You can see now as you approach, everyone can see that there's, like, a slit in the tree that you could slip through. And Lucian gives you just the most ice cold.
You're going to have to suck it in. Come on.
And Fingers is going to kind of, like, slip through, and he's going to be like, this would be funny if, and he's going to, like, kind of, like, come through, kind of beckon Ethiad through, and you hear Lucia go, we'll roll a con save for Lucian, and you can roll an advantage athletics check.
Okay. Unnatural 20.
Lucian also rolled an unnatural 20. So he's just, like, gritting his teeth as you two, like, drag him bodily through this, like, thing in the tree. And he's just like, you, like, pull him inside. And you are in this, like, big hollowed out tree trunk. Fingers, like, kind of squats down. Lucian, like, sits against the side of the tree.
Everyone shut up.
You know, generally that going on. Everyone is friggin' silent. And you're just waiting till what? Footsteps. You hear, like, honestly. People running. Yeah. So you wait, and you wait, like a good long time. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll a perception check as Ethiad.
17.
You know, it's dark in here, but you have dark vision. You kind of, like, look down. Before, everyone was kind of just, like, generally looking around. And then, you know, you're waiting. Lucian has his head back into the wall, and you see him kind of, like, shift a little bit, and he puts his hands together and closes his eyes and bows his head.
What are you doing?
He doesn't respond. Fingers is, like, up against, like, ear to the side of the tree, like, listening out for anybody. You wait. And eventually Lucian kind of, like, looks up and kind of just, like, in the middle distance.
What were you doing?
I don't know, hopefully atoning for my sins.
What?
You're right, mate. And he's gonna, like, look up at Fingers. Fingers kind of, like, looks down. He's like, what do you mean? You fell out of a tree, mate. You were talking nonsense. I'm so sorry, you guys.
Oh, it's fine.
I'm so sorry. I don't even... And he, like, he puts his head in his hands, and he kind of, like, slides down the side of the tree trunk. I think nobody's coming, I think.
Okay. Look, it's fine.
It's fine, mate. We got out of there, didn't we? I don't know. Did they get out of there? I don't know. My spectral guardian.
Your what?
That thing.
That's what it's called?
Mm-hmm. Returned to me, so doesn't necessarily mean anything, but once it does enough damage, it disappears. Cool.
Oh. Maybe they just ran away. Does it,
It's not very, powerful, and, I've got control over it. So I imagine all is well.
Okay.
Just in case. Oh, well, I guess that's good. You told it not to kill them, then. Yeah, of course not. Just, you know, create a diversion, maintain position, that sort of thing. I have no idea what... I guess that was Finch.
The wolf?
Yeah, well, that was about...
I mean...
Hold on. They certainly weren't killed. Just want to make that clear. I was hoping they weren't injured. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. What do you think I was... I don't know, man.
Okay.
All of a sudden, thank you.
Okay.
All of a sudden, we're hanging out, and then there's a freaking...
Shut up. can we not do this? Look, Lucian, we don't know how any of this works, you know. It's not like we think that you want to kill people. So chill out.
Sorry? I was just trying to make sure you knew that.
We know that you
wasn't
wouldn't
worry.
do that.
Oh no, but you say you don't know how this thing works. I just wanted. It didn't occur to me that you thought maybe someone passed away. I just wanted to make sure that you knew. Okay, cool. We know.
Wolf. I guess it was Finch. I don't know if I.
It was. He spoke to me.
Oh.
Yeah. He came back to let us know that his father's going to be taking Meredith and his kids all the way to the castle town. I guess there was some sort of issue, so they're on their way there at least.
Oh.
Well, I mean that's good actually. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's an orphanage there they can link up with and get some stuff worked out. So, I guess we're on our own then, though, huh? I imagine so. I imagine that this is a place that we would definitely not want to stay, given our. I mean, I don't know if then it was me. I know it's like. I guess it's because I make it, but it's like my spirit. It's how the spirit guardian.
You have a lot of weird stuff going on. You know, like spirit guardian, your hand glowing gold. You and Finch have a lot in common, actually. You know, just being weird little freaks.
Yeah, man, you're a weird little freak. Thank you. It's, I don't know what explanation you want.
None. I don't care.
All I mean to say is that I don't think that you two are in trouble. That's evident. What were you thinking, mate?
What?
We're walking over there. I didn't realise you were going to.
They saw me.
They saw you?
Yes, I tripped. I didn't mean to.
Oh, I see. I thought you just walked over there.
No.
No, but still, what were you thinking, huh? Like, I know that I screwed up in a big way, but that was Ethiad. You gotta use your brain, man.
I was.
No, you were not.
I know. I figured they would be more interested in a tiefling than...
Yeah, the whole idea is we were trying to get the heck out of there.
I know.
No?
You would have been able
What's
to...
you two talking about? Look at his face, man. I can't see anything in here. Sorry. He's got, like, the crap on his face is all smudged and rubbed off because he decided he was going to tell him that he was a tiefling.
They knew we were lying. I didn't want them following us, you know, and...
What did you do with them? We came up with the most unbelievable story.
Well... And so I figured he would be more interested in a tiefling than anything else.
Then what?
You... Fingers.
Would you... Like I was gonna let him mess with you, man.
I didn't do anything.
So you're not gonna force my hand like that, okay?
Force your hand.
They were not gonna take you anywhere. You get me?
I don't...
They got a cell for tieflings there? You think I'm gonna let them take you, man?
You can, though.
I can do anything. I told you that I wasn't gonna let stuff happen to you, man. You thought I was lying?
No, I just...
I don't want to hurt anybody.
I don't want you to hurt anyone either.
Well, just stop being stupid. Right, mate. You've got a lot to say. Other people doing stupid things. He panicked. That's all it is. I'm sorry. It's clear as three, especially now, stuck together. I imagine that your appearances will be after that, especially. I mean, it really was. I didn't know what to do. I suppose I panicked as well. After that, you know.
Oh, maybe it's good, you know.
No, I don't.
They think that a tiefling did all this. If there are tieflings around.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. And I mean, the only thing about that is that I wasn't a tiefling.
Well, maybe I was in disguise.
Yeah, but
you know.
I guess, but they know what you look. Well, I don't know. I guess they don't. They know your skin color. I guess it could be okay.
I could change that.
I think certainly you'll at least have to change disguises. I've got no clue if they made me. We've got to get out of here.
But the inn. Hopefully, Yezi's there, and then we can.
You think we ought to go there? I mean, you told him that that's where we lived.
It
was the only place you mentioned, man.
Fuck. Well, Lucian, can you talk to Yezi?
I could. What am I meant to say? Tell her to get the heck out of there. I don't know. Tell her to. I don't know.
What?
Fingers, mate. I don't know what to do. Here's my mom safe, I guess. Just wanted to stop. Mate, it's alright.
Ethiod's gonna scoot over to him and hug him. I'm sorry.
I just don't know what to do. I want to help you guys. Lucian, I want to help you, man. I don't mean to. Well, no, you do, mate. It's alright. Lucian's gonna come over and kind of put his hand on Finger's shoulder. I just, there's my mom, and then there's Yezi, and then there's you guys, and then there's Tavumile, and there's just so much, and I mean, we're stuck here, How are we gonna get there? How are we gonna get you there? And he looks up at Lucian. How are we gonna get you out of here? What do we tell Yezi?
What if we go to Elhalin? I know that you said that you didn't want to do that, but I think it's better. It's far away. It's hopefully safe.
I feel like that makes the most sense. I mean, if we can send Yezi there with us, and then you can talk to my mom, I'll let her know we're okay. You can talk to anybody, can't you? I think you two ought to head to Elhalin. What do you mean? I'm not going there. I'm not.
Why? How do you think that you're going to help?
I don't. Why not go with us, man? And do what we go there. We all get there. Find a place to hide at. And what? What do you mean, and what? And nothing. All we gotta do is hide. We don't have to do anything. I can't do that.
Why? I when they told us to do that, Tavumile was there. There must be a reason why they want us to go.
Of course there's a reason they want us to go.
So then why don't we listen
because
to them?
You don't understand. I can't do that.
What
do you mean?
It would kill me. They might as well capture me. I might as well be hanged.
What?
What are you talking about? Just waiting. Hoping for the best. I can't do that.
Then what do you plan on doing?
I don't know.
There's nothing you can do. Not until they believe that you didn't do anything.
I try to keep myself hidden. Make my way towards the castle town. At least I'll be nearby if
What?
I don't know. Cannot do this to me. I understand your position. I understand that it makes sense. I just can't.
Okay.
So you do make your way to Iwalan.
No,
We're not going without you, man.
there is no point in going without you.
Yes, there is.
No.
Say from the tieflings, the guards. I'm sure they're looking for you now.
You think I'll be safe from the tieflings there? I've been thinking about it. If they're looking for me, how did they find me? I don't tell people my name. I've never worked anywhere. I don't have a trail.
Yes, you have.
For
I knew your name.
But that was one day. One day, and they knew I was in the Waypoint Town.
They wanted us both.
What do you mean they wanted us both?
They were looking for both of us. That's what Thalen said.
Yes, but the tieflings are not.
I don't mean the tieflings. I mean the Thieves Guild. They wanted us both. Because of that, we broke the law.
Yes.
You broke the law. It's the whole thing. They wanted us both because of that. That makes no sense. They must have wanted us for a different reason, but they wanted both of us. You and me.
The Westway people also wanted me.
That's right, yeah, I remember you said that some guy was supposed to hand you over to them or something.
Mm-hmm.
The High Elves, the Thieves Guild.
The Thieves Guild would have had to tell somebody that I was there.
The only people who would have been interested is anyone who was interested and who broke into the liquor store. That would have been the Thieves Guild. I guess, because we broke the law and the High Elves. Who's to say not one of them's working also with the tieflings? Try and find you.
Why?
I don't know. For whatever they're looking for you for. You just happened to do something with some stupid idiot that was noteworthy. Should have never have gotten you involved in the first place. Any of you.
I have to say, Lucian, this has nothing to do with you.
Yes, it does.
Oh. How?
They were looking for me, weren't they? The only people that they would have known that I came in contact with, if they knew I was in that liquor store, would have been with you.
But they were looking before, like when we were at the ball. Wouldn't that be before anyone would know that we were with you?
I don't know, my head's spinning. So, you all broke into the liquor store, you talked to Thalen.
Yes.
And then, or showed that we all went inside, and then we went to the ball. We got to the ball. I was knocked out, and you all found out that the Thieves Guild was looking for you.
Yes.
Because you illegally stole.
Yes.
I'm still a bit foggy on that. He looks up at fingers. Well, if they were looking for you, because they knew I'd been there.
How would they know that you've been there?
We changed clothes, didn't we? I was covered in blood.
It's true.
I remember you saying you left something there. Yeah, it was my short bow. It's got a stupid number on it. Also, I wrote my name on it because I kept losing it. I've got a headache, mate. Well, that's why. Or else would have been noteworthy that you were at that liquor store. No other reason. I mean, unless Thalen is, I don't know, I don't know.
A prince.
Yeah. So they were looking for you because they thought maybe you'd gotten in contact with me. And then they found me. So wouldn't they have stopped looking for us? Well, maybe it just so happens that all they had to do was learn that Ethiod was in town to start looking for him. So maybe it didn't matter anymore that they had any relationship with me.
But the other clan is far.
Yeah, yes.
I was in Waypoint Town for a while, but when all of this started happening, the tieflings just showed up, and it would take them months to get here.
Not necessarily.
What do you mean?
They raised like a settlement. I mean, it's not like next door, but it's not far.
Oh.
I mean, if they were looking for you, you know.
Okay.
If they want you that bad, that could explain why Gangrene had money on you.
I don't know anything at all.
All they needed was your name to pop up somewhere. Somewhere that they had their fingers in. I think you've just got to make yourself scarce from here, at least. I mean, you managed to hide from them before. Presumably they didn't start looking for you.
I wasn't trying to hide from them, though.
That's what I mean. You weren't even trying, you were succeeding. I know you weren't giving out your name. So I think if you make yourself scarce, they know you're nearby here. They've reason to suspect. If you get out of here, mate, you might be alright. And fingers, I mean. Yezi, I imagine you want to stay with her. Can hide out there as well, keep each other safe. Yeah, and then you come too, idiot. Sorry, you're not an idiot, but you kind of are.
Sometimes.
Usually. Look, okay, fine. You want to go to that stupid castle town for no reason? Because I don't know? Then we'll get you there. No, you won't. Look, I think we all ought to get out of the immediate area. And then while we go our separate ways.
You spent so long trying to not let me go.
No, by yourself, mate. It's not safe. Yeah, man, it's not safe to be by yourself. Especially when there are people looking for you, huh?
He has a point.
To surprise you, Ted, I'm not worried about it. Not worried about what?
If you die.
Do you remember when we were talking? In the cave? After your little moment. Yeah, I remember.
The cave?
The tunnel. It doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't. I am already.
Because your friends died?
I'd be putting something right.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
People. You went to war. People are going to die. A lot of people did.
No, you're right.
And you think you should have also?
I was prepared to.
It's because you're prepared to doesn't mean you have to. Doesn't mean that it will.
I think you ought to. What? You know, you get ready. Okay, in a sense. And you don't, and, all this is just...
You think that dying is going to make something right? Yes, that's not how it works. What will happen is you'll die. And then you'll be dead just like your friends are. That are not going to come back.
Ethiad, say what you said again, but listen.
What do you mean? What, like you want to be with them?
Don't you have this person who you want to be with? That's not motivating to you? I suppose I could be with it in a sense. Man. I don't... Look, you all calm down. I'm not saying... I'm saying I'm not worried about it. Not I'm seeking it out. That's the same thing. That's the same thing.
You're...
Well, what's the alternative, huh? I'll go to this place that's far away. I've never been there in my life, except I'll leave. I'll go there, and I'll sit there and I'll wait. And I'll hope for the best. I'll cross my fingers. And then guess what? Some sort of tragedy, disaster. And I'm far away. And then I've got to what? Do it all again? Oh, was that just to... do my stupid little job. If my stupid little life, and if nothing happened to me ever again. Of course this has got to happen.
Life is going to continue around you. You can't control anything. You feel left behind, right? Am I right?
I don't know.
You leave us behind. And her, and I guess her mum.
What do you mean? I would never do something like that.
Then you have to be careful.
Then you have to be here. You...
I know it's...
It would be better for it.
No.
You wouldn't be in danger by me?
Do you know what my life was like?
No.
This has been probably 20 times better than the whole time of me being alive. It's taken it's so much energy to try to believe you that this is good and that this is what love is. I'm getting used to the idea, and then it's all gonna go away. I used to think that maybe my parents did love me, that maybe that's just what it looked like. Maybe it is. I don't know, but you say you care about me and that I should have this and that I should be treated like this.
Of course.
And then you're going to take it away.
What do you mean?
You're going to go away.
Idiot.
You're not going to be there. And I've already had so many people go away.
Idiot.
You can't make things right in the world when you don't have control over them. People get hurt. People die. Doesn't mean that you did anything wrong. Doesn't mean that it was your fault. I'm sure they loved you. If that's what this is. They wouldn't want you to join them. 'Cause then that's not love. If they want you to get hurt. It's not love if they want you to get hurt. And you would have to get hurt to, God, we're a bunch of crybabies.
I appreciate what you're trying to do. Goodness. I'm tired, mate.
I know what that feels like. But giving up is just as tiring.
I'm not giving up. I just can't do it. I could do it when it was my job. And Tavumile. I can't. Just can't think. I can't plan anymore. I can't. You want me to be smart. I never claimed to be smart.
Well, that's why you rely on others.
I couldn't do that to you two.
You're not doing it to us.
You can trust us, man. Sorry. I mean, you can. You can't help her out here, huh? Just gotta get out of here. We're gonna go hide out and keep you safe. Keep Ethiad safe. Keep Yezi safe. We're not gonna go running off. And doing stuff because you're tired. And you can't do this anymore. But we can do it. We do it for you.
Yeah.
Let us help you, man. If something happens to Tavumile, thank you for your kindness. But really, if something happens to Tavumile, it would be a mercy. If something happens to that I could have prevented. I can assure you will have gone to a lot of effort for no reason.
We don't know that something's going to happen. She has people helping her. And right now, there's nothing that we can do to prevent anything. Probably right now she's talking to the king.
You know better than anybody that anyone you love could get hurt at any moment. It doesn't matter how much you want it. We know that our best bet for now is getting the heck out of here. You are such a target that the only thing you're likely to be able to do is make things worse. You gotta face that reality.
I think it would feel worse if you knew that because of something you did, something happened to her.
Something you did because
you wanted to prevent something from happening.
You were too anxious to trust the people around you. You two can't leave me. If we're going to do this, you've got to promise me. I'm sorry, I know.
I think that we just spent this whole time telling you that we're not going anywhere without you, so, listening ear is a solution.
I mean, every once in a while, I'm gonna have to use the bathroom. And if you want to come, as long as your eyes are shut, shut up, mate. Let's go to Alan.
Okay.
Finger sticks out a low 5.
For real?
Lucian, like, looks up and Fingers unabashedly is, like, trying to low 5 you, and he, like, shakes his hand a little bit.
Okay. Ethia very gingerly puts his hand in Ethia's hand, or in Fingers' hand.
Fingers, like, tickles your palm.
Oh, okay.
And he's gonna sit down and say, "Right, well, let's make a game plan."
Okay. We need to tell Yezi or get her. I don't know where Ellen is.
I think we'll start with how the heck we're gonna get out of here without getting noticed. Huh?
Right.
Here, and Fingers gonna, like, kind of squat down on the ground and, like, brush off the ground a little bit, and he starts, like, drawing in the ground. And Lucian is like, head is in his hands. You don't know if he's crying or dead or passed out or some other third thing. And you start planning your next moves. And while that goes on, somewhere nearby, relatively semi-nearby, and you will know momentarily how nearby you are, you hear, unusually free to fully recognize a spoken language other than your native tongue.
Okay.
Usually signals danger. But from somewhere down the mountain slightly, a voice calls out and you hear someone singing. Oh, heed the call, the mighty call of Grumash. I wrote a song. Grumash roars the blackened clouds to thunder. At his call we rise from earth and rend the ground asunder. Oh, heed the call, heed the mighty call of Grumash. The clouds are shite. The clouds are the clouds are branded with his name. Grumash. Lightning trembles at his voice. Grumash. Fair elf and human bane. Grumash. Oh, heed the call, the mighty call of Grumash. And if heed ye not to darkness go, Grumash, and the rubble. Heed ye not to darkness go. He's really a swell chap, Grumash. You hear this, and icicles of dread go down your spine. What's an orc doing here? And your fingers close around your dagger. And that's where we're going to end this episode of Friggin' Nat 2, baby.
No.
Baby. The mighty call of Grumash. See you in the next one. We're going to go bake a bunch and get yelled at. You hear my cat. Bye.